Hello everyone, welcome back to the European Esports Championships. We're here on semi-final day, Brandon. We have two semis coming up and one of these teams gone straight into the grand final. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's cool. We're going to have a scenery change as well because we're behind the stage right now, and then the next match, Team Sweden taking on Team Netherlands, is going to be on the big stage. That's going to be quite fun. We're going to be running about and figuring out who is going to be in the grand final tomorrow. Our first semi-final was quite exciting. Team France take on Team Portugal. We saw Team Portugal on the stage yesterday, also with Team France. Team France made quick work of Team Sweden 2-0. Not that many problems. In fact, they haven't really had any problems all event. For Team Portugal, it's been a bit more of a grind, hasn't it?
Yeah. Portugal have had their ups and downs. Had a tough series against Team Netherlands during the group stage, where they won that OT on Anubis and then couldn't convert in the follow-through maps. Ended up having to do it the hard way, but it wasn't too bad against Germany on the stage. Looked pretty decent, and yeah, now find themselves in the semis with a chance, but a tough one because Team France, as we've kind of pointed out, are the best team here, no doubt, right? A team that made it with deep runs in ESL Impact, a team that's been a team, outside of the regional events, and is definitely the team we expect to see in that grand final, most likely lifting the trophy, but anything can happen.
Look, you've already sort of painted the picture. So I've got to go and defend Team Portugal because look, they had a top 4 finish over in Riyadh. Obviously, not having D7 is a big miss for this team. But having Lara was really solid yesterday on Anubis against Team Germany. I was really impressed with her anchoring. Catty Jones was having some brilliant multi-kill rounds. And here's the thing, right? We can talk about all of these players from Team Portugal and say, look, everyone had really good moments, and you still have Zana drop in like 30 kills. And the best thing about this is we always have this conversation about Team France. We're saying like Astra this, Astra that, and Team Portugal is Zana this, Zana that. It's a perfect AWP head-to-head.
I know, that's what I'm so excited about with this matchup, right? Because we kind of said yesterday that, yeah, Zana might be the best AWP here, probably is, but Astra is then the other one in the conversation, right? Yeah. We're getting the two top AWPers head-to-head in this matchup, and both have been so incredible for their teams. I think for Portugal, at times they have relied on Zana a bit more. It wasn't so much the case versus Germany yesterday. I will say Zana was more of a second half closer, which was cool to see. Like, she just would go from, 4th or 5th on the leaderboard to the top by like 5 frags. It was insane. But I think in this series, we are going to have to see the whole squad pick up because the thing with Astra, she doesn't necessarily need to be at the top of the server because she has so many good riflers around her.
Yeah, look, I've actually been really impressed with Julie and Emerald this event. I think that they're definitely players that maybe go under the radar a little bit more. I've got a lot louder.
Yeah, I'd love it not to be that loud.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm going to just stop talking just for a moment to give you the floor. But basically, Julie Emerald.
Yeah, Julie Emerald. Hopefully I'm not too loud for you.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you're a little loud. Yes, Julie and Emerald both have been really incredible. Julie is just insane with pistols. I mean, Team France in general have been ridiculous with their pistol rounds. Like, we're talking, they won every single one against Sweden yesterday. You're fighting for your life out here. Yeah, they won every single one. Why don't you just talk really far away from the microphone?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Is that
do you want
just
ASMR?
ASMR, dog it.
But
yeah,
she's been really good on pistols.
she has been, has just been in general a real standout player for them. We saw Emerald really shining in the progression game against. Wait, what was the game?
Sweden.
It was a Sweden game, right? Where she got on Inferno, where she was just brilliant, right? So many big moments. So it's been great to see, because when we look at this team, I think at the start of the year and at the last Iesf World Championships, the conversation was much more about Astra and Rachel. And then KD obviously coming into it. But now I feel like we've definitely got the floor raised in this team, and they've become not just one of the best national teams, but they've become one of the best European women's teams in general.
I'm going to talk like this, and hopefully it's fine. Yes, no, that's literally the point I wanted to make, the fact that it is that. Is it still too loud for you?
No, it's just that. All I can hear is just rain, like static rain in the background, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I can hear that now too. Now I'm listening for it.
It's like I got tinnitus.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Rachel Kayode. I feel like I haven't seen... this is no shade on Kayode because she hasn't really been needed, right? But Kayode has been silently consistent, but I haven't had that X Factor wow moment yet from Kayode. Go on.
I'm just trying to... Hey, production, could you just turn the audio down a bit? Yeah, I think K&A has been, it's interesting because when she came into the team, we thought, okay, she's going to bring this kind of that X factor, right? Because she can be so explosive.
Yeah.
And I think on certain maps, we really looked to her for that. I think Dust 2 was one, right? Because on her time with FlyQuest Red, that was like a map that she thrived on. But yeah, I guess it hasn't necessarily been the highest highs from her. But again, it hasn't been necessarily needed because there are so many good pieces on this team. And, I think when we look at maps, like Inferno, for instance, when we look over towards, the B-holds, that she plays her role well as that supportive element for Rachel. So, I don't think there's a lack of anything that's being delivered by her. But I guess we're getting nitpicky because this team is so good. You're kind of like, okay, well, where could they improve to, get to the finals, and not just here, but like ESL Impact?
Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? You got to be nitpicky because based on how they did and the expectations we have for them at Dallas, for them to fall short in Dallas, that's the main thing. Sorry if my headset now looks a little bit weird because I'm just hearing rainforest noises, so I've just removed that from the one headphone that I can hear out of. But yeah, I think it's a weird one for Zerats because we do have to be a little bit nitpicky because we're now setting the bar even higher for them, which is I think a determinant of their own success, and I think they've definitely got the potential to start entering that conversation, to start entering that new direction. Here you'll see that we got the veto. Mirage being picked by Portugal because they ban Inferno. You were right, by the way. The veto on HTV is completely flipped. France go for an ancient pick, and we've got Anubis as that decider.
Yeah, Portugal float the train. It's crazy, right? They allow that potential pick to come through. I don't think France ever would have picked it. So it means they can ban out Inferno, which is the strongest map of France. And I love that approach to the veto. You got to get risky when you are such an underdog. You got to take those opportunities. So on Mirage as well, a map that the T side doesn't feel too bad on. They're going to scale up short quickly. Lara taking a peek in towards Con, and they're not going to go off the back of this. Take a look in towards window. A double up from the CTs, and yeah, Ida's caught out trying to get cheeky. I think she was heard, or unless it was a silent boost, but oh, nice shot back from Zana. And you still got K&A stuck in the window. If they can flush her out, that's the bomb. Oh no, K&A, we spoke her name. She might have just won this round for them. 2 massive kills in the window. And look how many players are on B. Zana gets swung on, takes one down, and it falls to Yun in the 1v3. And she's got a decent position to potentially catch a player off guard, but Emerald, not a player to be caught slacking, will probably be holding for this exact play. There it is, the spot comes through. Now K&A can come around and help, not even needed.
That's loud.
That's on the other side of the room. I don't know if that comes through on the microphones.
Yeah, what a really cool pistol one, and the approach to be honest from both teams. But because you've got this B stack from France, where you've got the majority of players just waiting there. But you've also got 2 in towards window. You're playing pure A retake. You're making sure that, hey, if Portugal do decide to get a little bit cheeky with it, then you've always got that protocol. The fact that I just jumped in the window there, I think it's a completely fine pistol round for Portugal. It's just France have got a really, really strong setup. No bomb plant means no money, full eco. K&A is just swinging with this MP9. Nade goes forward, does a little bit of damage. Now the FAMAS is going to look to clean up with the MP9.
And that goes about as you'd hope. I suppose you would have liked a few more MP9 kills. Basha wants to get involved early with her FAMAS. Into a start for France, over and done with quickly. Portugal can now get those AKs out. See what their gun round's going to offer. Against 4 MP9s, it's actually crazy the amount of SMGs that were invested into that round, and then Astro gets all the kills as well.
Yeah, no, of course, classic. But to be honest, that's fine for Portugal.
Oh, what are they up to? There's 4 players starting B. A, sorry.
I like this on your first gun round where it's a little bit of a bonus. You're going to go and attempt something cheeky. Look how fast this scaling is. In towards ramp already, in towards spawn. Got to be careful of this mid to B that could be happening, but they've just left Emerald completely by herself, and now they're relocating. They're saying, okay, it could be connector. It's interesting that Emerald doesn't go all the way in towards T-spawn. Bides her time, takes a deeper angle of approach over towards ramp. Yun's holding for this. They might have even heard her as they're in towards top mid. They might have heard some footsteps.
Yeah, what do you do now? For France, they feel that they've got a decent read on this. They're going to more heavily lean towards B because they haven't got any contact at ramp. Nothing's come palace. No one's walked middle. So now they're feeling like they've got the right idea, but Portugal will go for late mid control.
It's really interesting here that Emerald actually hasn't pushed in towards ramp. Like that's the amazing thing about this, because Portugal were holding for aggression, didn't find it, and now they need to be the ones to take the initiative. And look, even if you go into this mid to B play, there are still 3 players all the way at the back of side.
Paddy Jones will take that contact, but it's just the SMGs. That's the tricky thing, and the AK is going to overpower the defenders. Astra playing around the smoke. Can she be the thought in the side? Not known. Comes out through. Can now still use that veil. She doesn't have the support. Losing players everywhere, but she goes up and over looking for more targets. She's been given the opportunities, and Astra takes them. On for the ace. 15 seconds. That bomb needs to go down, or they need to remove her. And she knows they're coming. She can feel it. She can taste it, but Ida will overwhelm. A 3K in the round, and Portugal win the first gun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, comms are very chaotic. And for Portugal, it's so good they're able to get those entries very cleanly on the way in. Because if Astra is able to go a little bit undetected, say there was a kill initially on that first double entry from Team Portugal, then you're going to run into so much danger. Comms are so chaotic because Zana's pulled out the bomb, gone on towards Empty Pillar, trying to plant it, and not aware of Astra. That should have been commed very cleanly. A little bit of chaos, but Portugal are able to overwhelm the odds. And it's not relevant right now because we are only 3 rounds in, of course, and it's very early to say this, but if the trajectory is Astra versus everyone, then that's where France are going to run into a little bit of bother. I say everyone, it's actually Ida and Caddy Jones with kills, and Zana.
Paddy Jones again. We'll get the opener onto Rachel. Astra's waiting for the opportunity. There's going to be chances. The flick up, but doesn't connect. Zana on the other side will remove her. And now Emerald about to get swarmed from every direction. First kill clean, but now pins it on from above and below. The K-Day arrives. A bit of support getting run down. And that leaves Julie. And she doesn't get much of a say in it. Zana getting loud as Portugal tie us up and France send packing.
We're much better, much better. So far for Portugal, that's been the best round of play so far because you've got really good trade space and you've got a directness about the approach here. Ida has immediately communicated, right, we're going to end in towards this A-bomb site. We're going to try and get this opening kill in towards middle and then take that space. Cathy Jones creates that space initially. Zana's able to get rid of Astra on the AWP. It's a normal pre-fire in the AWP versus AWP. And we saw how good Zana's AK was. And from there, look at the trades. K-Day finds one short, Emerald grabs one short, but no, you cannot deal with the onslaught of aggression from Team Portugal. That's completely ruined the money here for Team France.
Yeah, France going to do something about this mid situation as the half progresses, because Portugal are getting this for free and just taking liberties with it. Caddy Jones has been a menace. Zana by her side helping out. This one's going to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple. You are in for a world of hurt as Saps over at A. That's a little ding, but any AKs you can pick up here would be nice if you are the French.
I don't think that's happening, unfortunately. What's the money like? So obviously Astra had an AWP in the previous round. I don't think she's going to be able to grab an AWP in this one, so Zana will remain the only sniper moving forward, at least in the early stages of this first half here between France and Portugal. And you're right, look, they need to adjust, and whether it is via... Oh, Yun, hello? It's fine. There'll be trades. There's a lot of damage.
What are we doing here? Knife it out? You're crazy.
It's fine.
Well, it's a little more costly than it definitely needed to be.
Astra can glass cannon now because of that kill, actually.
So, Mike probably can't pick it up, but we are sat. There's like booths in front of us where all the different esports take place, and Portugal are literally the booth in front of us. So every time they win a round, all we can hear are their screams as they're getting very hype, which is good. I
like this from Kane, because this is going to be an interesting pause, because what this does is two things. Firstly, it gets you set up for your gun round. Secondly, it gives the bluff over to Team Portugal, because are you pausing to immediately deal with this direct mid control? If you're Team Portugal, I'd love an A execute here, maybe a B execute, because B's been working quite well. Or is it just going to be, we're just remaining focused, this is our first proper gun round we've had in a while, take 30 seconds, let's breathe, let's not change anything right now. Because if Portugal do go for an exec, then you could be in danger. A exec is absolutely the perfect call here. Fantastic call from Ida.
It's going to keep straight to it. So Emerald in a forward position, KD above as well. This duo will need to hold on, and the first has fallen. KD goes in to try and get something back, but she gets plucked as well. And he might just write this round off, unless Astra can do something immediately. And denying the bomb's a good start. Where was the cover? She fired off shots from CT. Caddy Jones didn't swing to help. Oh, sorry, her teammate didn't swing to help her. So bomb needs to be scooped up. Second attempt at the plant. No deny this time. Lara, lucky to be alive. But that kill and the delay has given an opportunity.
Oh, she was holding the boost, and then they just completely...
Oh, okay, maybe
just
there's no
dispatched
opportunity.
of it. Yeah, they're going to go. And this is the correct decision. Correct decision is just to leave right here. The correct decisions all around, to be honest. A good micro. Look at this position from Yun, holding but not securing the kill on Rachel. That doesn't incentivize you to go for this. You haven't got time. You've not got kits. So you keep 3 players alive here. It's good for the economy of Team France. Here's why this is such a good decision for Team Portugal. Because, look, France have now just reinvested into everything. If they have called that pause to go in, to try and fight mid, you completely counter it by going towards A. But in general, going for executes and these break points of rounds where everyone's just invested everything again, they're not going to go aggressive. They're not going to go looking for fights early. It's a great moment to pull out this execute. And what you're hoping is you're catching these players that are towards top connector, fighting for middle, over towards jungle, fighting for middle. Look at the entry path. It's out of Palace, it's out of ramp, immediately isolating these fights. The fact that Emerald is in towards Sandwich is unexpected, and Lara's able to adjust in time.
Yeah, it's almost the worst possible setup for Team France in terms of what actually Portugal were bringing out. Like, just the A defenders' positions normally would probably be fine, but, oh, that's not the smoke.
And this is a little variation now. So what you're doing is you're going back towards mid. You are using the same utility, obviously, bar that blemish on the record of the window smoke missing, but you're going back in towards A, and you're doing it with a split. Peek up from Emerald. Zana pulls out the molly. Still be able to get it off in time. KD is also here over at back triple. And she's going to take a wide swing. Able to get rid of Yun. Where on earth is Zana and Lara in all of this? You need support in towards middle. It's not coming in, and KD sprays good.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Over the top, Caddy Jones looks to answer back. KD removed. And they slow it down here. The problem is that they've lost control of the bomb. It is at the front. And oh, that's a player spotted. Ida will even things up. This investigation from Emerald into Palace, though, could be the thorn in the side. She's going to push all the way through. And it all comes down to the timing here.
Ida's holding it.
Ida's going to come around, and I think we'll spot her. So, oh, what? It's Emerald. MP9 wins that duel. The headshot. That's unbelievable.
This makes things really tricky now as well, because Zana has to now play with the bomb, and you've got Catty Jones in such a forward position that you don't want her to be the one to get the bomb down. So she's going to hold for Palace. That's going to leave connector open. Zana needs to try and plant, but all in the meanwhile, Astra's coming over from CT.
Yeah, it feels like you got to plant, like, what, front default, and Astra's timing, yeah, it's perfect. There was a smoke available that Zana could have thrown down to try and get the bomb in. I think that might have been the play. It looked like she wanted to try and flush out Emerald. There's just no opportunity now. As Astra would have swing on Caddy Jones. And I don't know if that'll be picked up, but France will be happy with the round regardless.
Well, what a really interesting round. The fact that Emerald's firstly able to get that MP9 kill, wins that round entirely. I agree with what you're saying with the smoke. But I think because Zana and Catty Jones are both technically on the A bomb site, they want to deny all the info that Emerald technically has. Because all you've seen is one player just come back in towards T spawn. They could be lining up a smoke throw back in towards middle, etc. So by not dropping that smoke forward, which I actually think is the incorrect play, I think they should have dropped that smoke. By not doing that, you're not giving over info to Rachel. Here's this fight now in towards middle, and it will be Rachel and Kaede. That bullet did not hit Catty Jones. Absolutely did not, but she'll take it.
Yeah, she had 2 headshots there, one onto Ida as well. I think that was the play she was aiming at. Catty Jones just gets a bit of a loose shrapnel thrown at her. So good start from France, and they can just fall back. play into their defensive angles. And as Portugal has put together the puzzle, we saw last round they were able to find equalizers. Just momentarily, oh, Zana on the edge of that smoke. Kayode is looking for her, and well, we'll find Ida. That's the fight she started earlier. I don't like her chances getting out of here, but somehow she's still alive, and Rachel comes through to support. Zana is looking for fights and not being given the chances. Oh, she'll drop down, but Rachel from above. So many bodies thrown at it by the French. And they will tie us up, and with that, Portugal, they lose all of their cash.
Yeah, really scary one, to be honest, for Team France. When you look at that setup on the face of it, because you've got Kayode holding the edge of the smoke, you've got Rachel over towards stairs. That's why Kayode's so comfortable and just committing to this spray through the smoke after getting the initial kill on towards Ida, because Rachel's there. But if Zana's able to just grab a pixel over the top of the smoke, obviously if that fight goes a different way, then we're looking at this, we're thinking, actually, that's really dangerous. That was a really risk-adverse fight that you don't want to be taking, but France took it anyway. Fair enough, it does work, and now they can look to go into the lead. That nade has just headbutted 3 different players. Where are they going? They went underpass, and now they're going top mid.
It's Tour de Mirage.
Okay.
I mean, it's incredible to be able to do that circuit and still be alive, actually. It's not going to change anything in this round because there's still 2 defenders here. Rachel's seen them, drops her molly. And the setup with Julie is perfection to deal with the pistols. 1 casualty, the AK is scooped back up, and France will step into the lead.
Yeah, cool little bit of utility I have to talk about, because you can smoke, obviously, Palace from the B-bomb site. Rachel just chucks a flash over to give Kayode the room to peek and towards mid. As soon as she clears mid, Kayode, she just goes, right, no one's here. And you got a 2-2 setup on both bomb sites, then Kayode can be that flex player. So you got Rachel and Julie just supporting each other effortlessly. And everyone has stepped up, by the way. Rachel, Kayode are having really important moments. Obviously that Emerald one, even though she's on 3 kills, that 1 kill on Ida outside of Palace is so essential to winning that round, to putting it back in the momentum for Team France. Now we've got all the guns, bar this sniper for Zana. Although she was pretty prolific on the AK-47, Astra's got her AWP, and giving her freebies like that is definitely the recipe for disaster.
Yeah, they hear that AWP sound out and they look to find answers elsewhere, scaling up fast through Con, knowing Astra is not going to be here anytime soon. Emerald descends from the ladder, the pressure is on. She has that support though, and with Kayode by her side, they find a kill apiece. It's on to Ida and Zana, 2 most experienced players, to try and fight back forward. Astra will blow Zana out the server, and Ida are only good for the 1. So the fast acceleration dealt with. France's rotations on point.
And now I've got a text so no one can talk, which is probably really infuriating for HS, because I imagine he really wanted to get on the mic. There we go.
Straight into it, as you say.
Or get speaking, but the thing is, this isn't about tactics, this is just about mentality. And for Portugal, what it feels like in some of these rounds in particular is they got an idea of where they want to end, but they're skipping a key crucial few points of map control before they get there. Where it's almost like if you draw it out on the map, we've got to go from point A to point B in stages, and we're skipping several key stages. We're just hoping Portugal, okay, we've got ramp control, awesome, we've got top mid, let's just immediately go towards A. You can't do that. You've got to take a step back, because France are playing a lot more passive, and they are setting up now in more diligent crossfires. We're not leading with utility here, Portugal, to clear out these close angles. It always feels brute forcey, and it always has felt brute forcey with Portugal, but especially in this map, I think it's really exaggerated in the last couple of rounds, where we've had a couple of flashbangs that we can use to get into the bomb site and just haven't deployed them at all.
Yeah, I can't blame them too much for the last round, just because they wanted to immediately, you know, get into A after the AWP fires at B. Yeah, the crossfire too good from France, and without any util to break it. Ouch, some broken bones from that nade too. There comes the flash. Surely we'll cop both of those, and he might be in trouble here. Still manages to get Ewan. I don't know how that happened. Ewan, that's just unlucky. I'm sorry. Hasn't made your game feel any better, I know. Bomb going down. That's a nice little boon into this one. Not expecting too much else from it. He'll take that. Zana, we get a few more frags now. Well, couple of kills. Bomb plant. Zana will be allowed an AWP into the final round of the half, but France have secured the majority of the rounds no matter what.
Yeah, fair enough for them to actually able to get the bomb down in that situation, because they spam the molly on towards that default. You feel like that's not happening. You feel like they're not going to get that extra flurry of cash injected into the accounts. It's also just interesting looking at the round history, because obviously you got the pistol being converted by France, the follow-up eco, then you had this wave of domination from Portugal. France have been able to adjust, and now Portugal can't come up with a plan B to this. They want to go back in towards mid once more. We changed up the direction of the smoke, this time it's in towards connector rather than top middle, and a boost up in towards the ladder room here for Rachel.
She's going to be there fast, ready for them as they walk around this corner. How diligent are they? Timing not favourable. I love the sidestep she takes there. It's outrageous. She'll get both kills, so now it's just the acceleration into the bomb site, and that one kill they did find onto Julie. They do have the space here. Zana looking to find any sort of rotation. No one's coming short. Rachel's been given the AWP to use. Not a weapon we often see in her hands. Zana peeks into 3 players. That's an insane. Look, there was like 3 people just standing on top of each other. And there's not much left you can do if you're Ida. You can give it a shot. Fires one off, doesn't connect, and with low HP, they're just going to run her down with the USBs. France will double the round count of Portugal. But given, you know, pistol and follow through, I think it's a little closer than the scoreline suggests.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And to be honest with you, I think it's come down to just some key gunfights, especially in the mid stage of these rounds. For example, Rachel getting away with 2 there is crazy. Like that, it feels like that shouldn't be happening, to be completely honest with you. And then she's able to get the AWP off Astra and find a 3rd kill in amongst all of that. I really want to highlight the smoke that they threw outside market window. It dribbles forward and it gives them all that space to not only look over towards bench, but also over towards short, where Cassie Jones got that initial opening kill, and it makes the bomb site feel a lot more claustrophobic than it actually was, because it threatens to Portugal that, hey, we're going to use this smoke to jump out of the window, potentially we're going to start flanking you. No, instead they remain passive, and all the fights came to Team France because of that one smoke, so that was awesome to watch.
Yeah, it feels like once they kind of got a feel for the way that Portugal was being so pack mentality aggressive, they were able to then fall into more passive sort of default crossfires on that CT side and deal with the sort of players. Like even that last round, right? They don't want to fight middle, but they know that Portugal are going to take that space quickly, get the boost up into ladder so that you're ready to respond to that. And yeah, it felt like once they understood Portugal's game plan, they were able to adapt and get that, 4 rounds in a row at the end there to close it out, 6 rounds.
Yeah,
in a row,
it was a lot.
in fact, actually, to close it out. But, you know, going into the second half, obviously, France's pistols have been brilliant, so Portugal definitely going to need to pick that up if they want to bring this back.
Sure.
But from what we're seeing from the T side so far, are we expecting a bit more out of the CT half from them?
I'd say so. I really would say so, because we're going to get Zana being a lot more dynamic, probably more opportunities to the AWP. Cassie Jones and Lara have been very consistent in their anchoring responsibilities, and I feel like Yun will feel a lot more comfortable as well, because yeah, not to harp on it too much, not to bash on her, but it wasn't the best first half. There definitely is room for improvement. So play in a more comfort position where you're almost setting the tempo, but not quite in your anchor roles, like that will feel naturally more comfortable. And France play a lot more default heavy, and it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to play against defaults than it is against like execute after execute, rush in, and like the mentality that Portugal like to implement. Some national teams do like to play the way that Portugal play, and I think that's a lot harder to defend against, rather than like your systematical defaults. Like, okay, they've taken this. What's the next step by the little book? If you have a little look, okay, they're probably going to take this map control next. We need to react. Yeah,
and I think, well, that's often going to be the case here with the national squads, is they are going to be a bit more like that, right?
Yeah.
Where they're only going to have so many set players, so there's going to be a lot of that kind of grouping and all the like. I mean, we've seen that for like Sweden as well, right? They're very much pack-based, and it just comes down to what you're able to do when, you know, you only have so much time together as a team. Unlike France, who continue to harp on, have had plenty of that time to
all the time.
Get all their fundamentals in order. Let's check out that T side from them. They're going to keep it fairly normal. This is a pretty standard pistol where you go through underpass. And you probably look for the A finish.
And this is actually something I was going to comment on. Portugal didn't use underpass at all. They used it for one eco where they went through underpass and then back to top mid, which is interesting, but they didn't use under at all, and it feels like they definitely could have found more mid splits. This is interesting now because Lara is in spawn, now flanking Emerald after Cassie Jones has fallen in Palace by Emerald.
Yeah, so now you know it's not going to be A because you're not seeing anyone else.
Well, true, but you still have no info about middle. You don't know about connector, really. You got Zana on a timer and looking for it.
Oh!
No way. No way.
That's what I'm saying about Emerald. Like, I swear to God, she just watches Rop's demos. Like, the timing she hits and just the way she's just so passive, but she's always holding the angle when someone walks into it.
They got two openers. They're just sat under. It's
gross.
So ridiculously gross. And now the fake smoke comes in. But is it really going to be a fake? No, they're going to weave their way through connector. They have no idea that Kaede's here. Missed shots.
What?
And Zana's able to get two. And you still don't know about Yun in towards ramp. Ida overwhelmed, but they are walking straight into Yun.
That was the chance there, though. Ida, if she'd been able to deliver one, it would have given Yun a chance. And maybe she still has one. She could deny this bomb. Oh, it's tricky. Still hits the headshot. Could this be Yun's moment? Two more players to find. One firing off close by in shadow. She knows that player is available to her. I think she might have the info on the second player up above. If she's crossfire, it's going to be so hard to break. And Julie just swings. She always just swings. She's so sharp with the pistol.
France are in just a different league right now.
Yeah.
You're seeing it just in the way that they're playing. The fact that you get two entry kills off Emerald, fighting on both fronts of Palace, and then Astra's call is just remain calm. We're just going to stick to the game plan. The whole idea of this is to create that separation. The fact that Zana gets two kills in connector is absolutely outrageous, to be honest. 17 and 5 for Astra. 14 and 7 for Rachel. Only one player above double digits for Portugal, and that's, of course, Zana.
Yeah, that was the concern coming into this, you know. Very reliant on their superstar. Forced by, oh, the MP9. All body. Emerald's little bulletproof vest is riddled with holes, but she still stands. It's so slow.
Yeah, it's excruciating, but also it's such a good game plan because, again, you're playing against Team Portugal. You're playing against a team that are going to push. You're playing against a team that are definitely going to fight for opportunities. Here we go. A couple of players in towards middle. Flashbang out. Mac 10 will do initial damage. Yun's deagle is always good for a kill when she finds Julie.
Fourth nade does a lot of damage, and now they just scale through Rachel. Quick little burst fire to Lara. Now she's got all the control. Util will come over. I think despite that kill coming through, I don't think there's too many chances here. Now taking the space, Yun has charged through. That's the great timing. Kaede over the top of the smoke will remove Ida. And Zana's still on such little HP, so it really can only be Yun, and she's removed by Emerald.
Emerald on 4 HP. Nice shot. Can you get rid of Emerald? No, she's now just hiding.
You might be able to get her. Tucked into that corner.
She's got to leave. 10 HP.
I mean, I guess. Doesn't really have anything to save. Oh, Emerald goes down.
Finally. France will not care. 10-4. Flawless so far on this T side. How many rounds in a row is this now? Because remember, it's 8 rounds in a row because this was 4-2 in favour of Portugal. France were able to get 1 round. They haven't looked back since.
Now it's the force 5. Mac 10's passed over. Zana will continue wielding the decal. So there is a chance, some threat into this. Ida wants to get aggro, flash forward, but no one found. There are a lot of players up here. She'll be flushed out by Julie, who's waiting for that play. And now Zana, flash, can't find the shot. France are in flow state, then putting the pressure on. Kaede's punished, then Rachel's there. So 11 on the board. Portugal will get the guns out now. Zana will have the AWP. This is their opportunity.
Last chance on Mirage, really, to be honest with you. Got to get this AWP in play now. You got to just immediately get some kills for Zana. Now the biggest thing for her is she going to play spawns? Is she going to go for an initial peek? And now, if you're France, you also know that this AWP is coming out. So you're going to go for an execute here. I think another one of these A calls will be probably the best solution. Yeah, here we go. Zana is here. Zana is posted ticket. Portugal have almost read into this A exec.
We're going to have the bodies here. Crucially, that AWP, as you mentioned. Caddy Jones, close default. Yun can support from Con. And even Ida's not that far away. So smokes will come over, flashes over the top. The execute comes into play. How is Portugal going to respond? Rachel charging through, looking for Caddy Jones. Hits behind default and just going to hound her down. That pathing, she does not stop, but Yun slides through, and Yun will take down two. Asher and Rachel, they're called upon. Bomb, not planted. Rachel looks like she's considering it. To try and get out of there. She's seen a lot of bodies. I don't know if she saw all three or what, but Asher, only good for the one. So it's on to Rachel. Quick kill onto Yun. Still low HP, but Rachel just holds. And that is an unbelievable recovery from France. There is no stopping them.
Oh, they're chasing Ghost. Portugal just chasing Ghost the entire time in that round. They got the setup. Caddy Jones able to get one, but all this utility. The smoking towards CT, the molly goes back triple, then there's 3 flashbangs over the top, and they're not designed to catch Catty Jones over at default. No, they're designed to keep Zana back, keep Yun away, and even though Yun finds 2 kills, Zana is completely ineffective because she's just iced out by all of this utility, and the minute she feels like she has to do something, Astra's holding for the smoke push.
Of course, it's those two. 5 kills with them, but now Zana is getting aggressive, almost takes down 2 herself. Yun with a chance to clean up, and she's also doubled down. Emerald gets one back, but so many bodies in mid, and they all fall. So finally, Portugal get that elusive round, but it feels too little too late.
Yeah, now they're just going to look to remain competitive in this. The game plan now shifts, not to how we can make overtime, but how can we just get a few more rounds to build some confidence? How can we get the likes of Yun, who's been immaculate, by the way, in this second half, and Catty Jones, Lara feeling a little bit more confident before we head in towards Ancient. Reminder, Ancient's still a good map for Portugal, but if they get blown out on their map pick, that confidence goes from up here to down there. Break the economy. 12-7, 12-8. Then we can start thinking in a different direction. But for now, it's all about building belief.
Back of that one, transform more into the slower default, getting mid-control now. So Portugal may be expecting this A play with the sort of setup that they're running. Is the central focus of France right now as they go through the motions of forcing back the CTs, getting this control. Now into connector, Rachel on the other side, Zana. Here's to meet her. Oh, she's going to fall back, so Khan is going to be the play. They're looking to burst. Yun needs to be ready for this, needs to be ready as they come around. Ida will get hers. Yun, again, another multi-kill from Yun. She has been phenomenal on the CT side and is putting signs of life for Portugal. Don't let Rachel stuff it out. Because we know if there was any player to do it, it's her. But the ace clutch, not going to be allowed. Not over yet for Portugal.
God, it looks so touch and go at times for Portugal. The fact that Zana's rotated away, but listen to how loud she was as well, stepping in towards the window, making you believe that Yun isn't actually there. And we go to her POV for 2 seconds. She can see Astra on her screen, looks away, then looks back, and is able to find that double kill. Catty Jones gets an important one as well on the play with the Mac 10. Thankfully, the Mac 10 was on ramp, so that was an easy little swivel. There it is, 12-6, economy broken, 12-7. On the horizon, don't get ecoed.
Yeah, it's the one way it all goes wrong, but I don't think it should be. It's only Glocks. It's not even like there's deagles or really too much here. Zana's in the right place. And Yun's gone from, what, 0-10 to 9-17,
yeah.
so she's been really building back into this.
More as well, I think it was like 0-11, so like 0-12. We're entering like those realms, so You're right. Fight back has been unbelievable. I love this from Ida, just in towards top middle here. Just not exposing herself towards deep top mid. It means she can look underpass. Zana's dealt with Kaede. Ida now just really wants to go searching. Has spotted Astra and will claim the kill. Now the next worry is going to be underpass. Ida feels like she's just not aware of it. Not aware of the underpass players. Will pull out the gun in time and has called over for support as well. Should all be A-okay. Even if Rachel could take her head off. Everyone's found another kill with the Glock, and the jump burst fire is irritating to Catty Jones, but she swats her away.
Every single time Portuguese player pulls out a knife, I get stressed. All right, that was the freebie. Win this gun round and we've got a game going. We've got something to talk about. That will then inspire the belief.
I think Portugal have been the only team at this event that have gone into overtime, and it was the very first game, very first map against Team Netherlands, so it is possible. And they were the ones that won in overtime as well. We're still a long way off that goal at the moment. This is an interesting setup. Catty Jones, Yoon get really close in towards ramp. Ida now goes searching. I'll actually come over to support this A site. I'm looking at Zana posted, and this will allow more flexibility for the riflers to do something in towards mid.
Yeah, France is just scoping out to see if there's any sort of aggression across the map, but yeah, Portugal don't need to move too much. It's a creepy angle from Zana. Like, you're just never going to be able to deal with that. So whichever player lurks out B is in for a world of trouble. France don't get anything, so they go to what all good terrorists do, and that's taking control.
Yeah, I don't think they really know what they want to do right now, because the decision was for the bomb to move back over towards A, and now they're moving back. And as soon as they've thrown the mid-utility, I love this. Now they're just holding. Astra is in such a devious angle, and she's even getting support from Rachel. Instant headshots from Astra. Doesn't even need any help.
Zana will hear a player run back and might actually get a chance to kill here. Oh, it's a leg shot. She barely even saw her. That's actually insane. You feel like off the back of that AWP firing, you're now heading straight to A. Time is going to be potentially a problem. Lara's on her way. Zana hasn't budged. So it's between Lara and Ida to keep Portugal in this. 20 seconds. The bomb needs to go down. And these two CTs, they could deny it straight up. Now the swing comes out. The bomb's jumped forward. You have to get this planted, France. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They don't know where they are. And somehow, some way, Portugal continue to fight forward.
They just didn't clear default. They just didn't clear default. They were so paranoid. And Lara, it's Lara, honestly. Ida is fantastic in this round, right? She doubles, she gets the kill because she repositions from default to under palace. Sure, we'll talk about it in a moment, but we've got to talk about what enables that in the first place. It's Lara coming over, taking all the contact, and playing scared. Playing like she's the only defender there, and they completely overlook her.
Zana also, when that smoke's dropped over at B, she goes ahead of it. She looks in, legs out one player, but sees nothing else. There's no further contact. Allows that second player to rotate. That slow, methodical approach from France bites them. They're going to try and burst onto this B site. Lara needs the help, and she has it. There's 3 players here, and one of them's that AWP. They're holding them at bay. Julie, with the 1 AK, gets her kill. Zana, quick to put her down, and Astra easily dealt with. Portugal are starting to believe.
And here's the primary objective ticked off, right? Here's all what we asked for, and that was remain competitive, remain in this, give yourself a little bit of confidence. You've done that now, and now you're within touch of forcing overtime. France now start to feel a little bit stressed. Coach getting animated now. 1 timeout left. What's the call? Because you've gone A before, it hasn't worked. You've gone slow, it hasn't worked in towards middle. Do you start up in the pace? Do you start giving Portugal exactly what they want? Or do you still believe in this game plan? This game plan that has aided you through. Look at what's happened in this second half so far. It's been round after round after round for both of these teams. And France have done well enough to put themselves in a position where one more default, one more slow, methodical, painstaking round would be enough. But very much like the belief of Team Portugal that they've now got in the ranks, is the belief in the system, is the belief in the anti-strat enough for France?
They're just going to go for A. Azana's in window, so she can be here to support. She's leading B. Or is she? No, she's throwing a smoke from that side, so she's going to move the ticket. Caddy Jones, close by. We've got the defenders here. Portugal are in the position. Zana gets ahead of the util. Looks for the fight. How has she hit that so fast? Zana looking for more. She is undeniable. Keeping them at bay all by her lonesome. Eventually, it's Julie who comes through with 3 of her own. And a chance now to plant the bomb.
They go to Catty Jones. Ida's just gone over the top. Ida's completely missed Astra. And that's a disaster. Feels like she's got the time in. Instead, she's been time-inned. And now Lara has to raid this A bomb site. Smoke goes forward, but it's a tick in the flames. They know exactly where she is, and Julie can just skirt around this smoke. Astra will do the damage, and she can't stick the bomb. It's a rush of blood to the head for Portugal, and France will make losses of all of that. That is insane.
You feel that Zana has done everything there
She
on
got
that
3.
whole 3 kills.
I'll tell you what's the surprising thing in that is that Catty Jones is tucked behind Firebox the whole time. Zana is using all of her distraction. 1 kill, 2 kill, 3 kills. How's Catty Jones died?
What more can you do? What more can you
can't.
do? Oh, that's such a shame for Portugal because that looked like they'd done everything right until that moment. Every round had been so good. Zana is there. She gets her 3K and you feel like this is it. Portugal going to force this double digits. It's going to have to be an eco. There's a chance we go to every single round. Instead, it's no one there to help out Zana. It all falls to pieces. And Julie, who has had a very quiet map so far, she's been on struggle street. What a round for her to really come through with a massive triple, trading out her teammates constantly. And the fact that she's aware of Caddy Jones, right, gets that kill as well, because that's the player that you're not ready for. So big props to Julie for getting France over the line when they were beginning to flounder.
Yeah, that's going to be, to be honest, a big sigh of relief for France. If anything, just frustrating for Portugal, because the manner in which you lose that round is the hurtful bit, because Zana does everything. She does, she's like, all right, that's fine, I've got teammates that can trade, and it just doesn't happen. That's going to be a tough one. They're going to have to go and reset. We go to Ancient. Ancient, obviously, the pick of Zorance more often than not. For Portugal, this is very much Saw Miss territory. This is very much NIP territory as well, / big territory when Zana was on there. So they're going to be happy with this. Are they going to be happy the fact that it ended like that? I don't know. Yeah,
I think the mental's going to be a bit rough after that because you started to believe at that point, like you had this going. And also Ancient is just, it's not an AWPing map. And Zana has been hard carrying this team in many instances. So if she can't have that same level of impact, it does become a very difficult map for her.
The thing is as well, you want to talk about France as well. You're talking about Astra, you're talking about Rachel on this map, and they were incredible on Mirage, or incredible on map 1. Like they were the 2 players that were literally carrying France towards that map victory. However, they will start CT Portugal. CT side looks a lot better than T side on Mirage.
That's true, that's true. So there's definitely a chance. And we know that, you know, from what we've seen so far, they've definitely got the ability. And I think the way they recovered that second half, particularly on some of the auxiliary players, right, your players like Lara, like Yun, that they were able to recover and actually have really high contributions throughout that map. I think that's going to build their confidence, even though it stings a bit to lose the way you just did. It never felt like you were going to win, right? It was 12-5. Like, sure, you started to believe in the comeback, but it was kind of only a flighty belief because it did feel like that was about building the confidence back in, which I think they achieved. So we'll see if they're able to capitalize on that. Ancient coming up next, our second map in our first semi-final of the day. Don't go too far. Ancient will be here shortly.
Andra, Sydflak, Zemra zjar. Në Kosovë, aty ku andrat nisën ekranet vogla. Ne u rritëm, por loja në mbetin zemër. Munësh me urzu. Munësh me u thy fituesit. Ata nuk din me u dorzu. Ata kapin majat, se synimi është veç nalt. Heronjt I takuem, e heronjt u banëm vet. Në Kosovë, aty ku toka merr frym e ëndrat marrin hov. Hajde ta djegim arenën. Tash është koha me shkrujt emnin tan.
Tooni edhe bashkë me krejt shoqërinë vet e din që s'ka me internet e pakot Telkosit.
Telkos, dashnin lidhje të parë.
Welcome back into the second map here of our first semi-final of the day. Team France was a little bit scared towards the end there of Mirage, but they were able to overcome the odds for Team Portugal. I feel like Team Portugal probably going to be a bit more frustrated than if they did get blown out, but it does give them confidence.
It's kind of like the same story we had with the Swedish game, where it's like, just win a goddamn pistol and you probably win that map, right? Like, we think about how close that was, and both times they have to do it from the back foot. Like, it really does feel painful for Portugal, but I enjoyed what I saw. I think it's really inspired me that this team can bounce back and show something here, because France, for all we build them up, there's definitely, you know, the ability to beat them, and I think that we've already seen that from Sweden. We've seen that from Portugal. One of these teams will beat them. I'm sure of it.
It surprises me.
What?
I thought you were going to be all France, France, France.
I was, but then I thought about it when we had the little break, and I was thinking, you know what, Portugal probably actually should have won that, because again, France are just pistol beasts. I think if we looked at their stats, they probably won every pistol round they've played this event. I don't know if they've really lost.
We cost every game. Hang on.
Did they lose pistols yesterday?
They lost one against Latvia. They lost one against Sweden. They lost 2 pistols. 2
pistol rounds. Outrageous.
No, in fact, I don't think they got... No, Sweden didn't get one. Sweden didn't get
one.
So they lost 1 pistol round.
1 pistol round across 3 best-of-3s.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to help you win, isn't it?
It really is. And again, look, slow, passive, methodical, K&A, deleted.
All right. Is this going to be pistol round number 2 that they lose? Oh, Ida, okay.
Go on.
Making me feel like the P2K is actually a good gun. One tap down from long range. Now the dualies are in position, and it's a little wild, but it gets the job done. Surely this is that pistol round we've been waiting for, and they don't even lose the player. There we go, Portugal.
Flawless. Look, Kaede is trying to get some info in towards middle, but the issue is that France just don't react. They're playing such slow Counter-Strike that by the time you go out towards the B doors, everyone's in position. Everyone's scaled up heaven already, ready to go. You've got a player that's gone through elbow already on the big flank. It's a shame. If they have one flashbang there, the whole course changes, of course, and we start arguing a different direction. But no, they just walk straight into the guillotine.
Great shot from Ida as well. That was beautiful. Yeah, loved it. This one will be quick. Lara, don't hog the kills. Oh no, it's 2 rifles here. Oh well. You just don't want to lose these 2 rifles. That's the key thing. Okay, bomb plant.
Denied.
No, denied. NT, Zana with the FAMAS. And 1 MP9 kill comes through, and the M4 is recovered. So all good in the hood. No bomb allowed, and it's only an SMG that's lost.
It's really nice to see Yun getting fired up there. Like she definitely needs that confidence. And she's got it, which is really good to see. And to be honest, this is what Portugal need. Like, Portugal are a very momentum-based team. They need all the confidence in the world. They need the vibes to be up continuously. The minute you lose a really tough round, it is about that resolve, and it is about trying to get back in. Yes, you've got experienced players on this team, but when the majority aren't as experienced, that's where things can get a little bit tricky.
Already the deep smoke comes through, but the T's are ahead of it. They threw the cave smoke to allow that space. And France, it looks like they want to be B-focused in this first gun round. I'm going to move almost everyone over here, but there's 3 defenders in play.
Quite a lot of utility. Astra has got double flash that she can deploy. Very early smoke drops, but it comes in at a good timing. Kaede's now made noise as well. Ida should be aware of this, but in the same breath, you should also be aware that Ida could be in this close corner. If Zana takes first contact, that would be brilliant. I'm not sure that's going to happen now.
Yeah, they want to do it the other way around. So Ida will be the one that is baiting, and no, okay, she will be the one that just swings. Gets 2. Not allowed to upgrade, but job's good. France a little flummoxed. They go slow into their first default, and I'm surprised that no one is looking in that direction, given the molly had just cleared the other side.
I agree. I like this from Catty Jones as well. Actually playing a really similar role to what Emerald was doing on Mirage, where you take a little bit of space, but you're not going all the way. We are going a little bit crazy.
Oh!
And that gets punished. That is an exceptional shot, and now that's going to free up Catty Jones. But you're going to be watching this if you're Rachel. Time's ticking. Remember, the pressure is on France. The pressure isn't on Portugal to push. That's the way back in. It's a 3-on-2.
I'm surprised she doesn't disengage there.
It's a 3-on-2, but they're both on B.
Okay, they're in the right position. Yun ready for the players to step forward. Flashbang is really good. She has to fall back. And then it's Lara in towards the cubby. But then Emerald comes up ramp. Oh, Portugal get 2 openers. And then they just walk into the crosshairs.
Why do you do that? That feels so silly.
You don't need the info.
You don't. Look, Zana doesn't need to push down B ramp there because you've got Catty Jones in deep A main. And yeah, you might not know about middle, but you just have a deep rotation, just jump spotting, just jump spot red, do something. Don't do that.
I also don't like Catty Jones really commits to that fight in elbow.
No,
Even when she's been brought down low, she had the ability to disengage if she wanted to.
And it's those mistakes that France are going to punish all day long because, again, they're the proper team. They're the ones that have got the best structure here in the tournament in Kosovo.
And now France get a freebie into the next because it's just a couple of pistols into this round. And okay, the USP really, that's the gun that gets the kill there. And Catty Jones' deagle connects on the one as well. No armor here is, I guess, the big problem. They just pick up an AK. Yun pushing the smoke. Julie, the flashbang actually helps her out. And it's all good. She's ready for a potential push.
How did she get a multi-kill there? That's absurd that she gets a multi-kill there. Fair enough. Look, the flash definitely did help out. France able to survive the scare, but as you say, look, that was more of a freebie. Now Zana's got the AWP.
Yeah, they intentionally let that one slip so they can get the better weaponry. I want that AWP. Emerald has to wait for a teammate to move so she can throw that smoke. Go for a late bit of mid space here. Maybe just into A. Zana fires off her AWP. They want to get aggressive there on the peak. Catty Jones will stay active.
Oh, I don't like this. Now that you've got no support. Yeah, flashbang. You know a player's probably going to be close in. Emerald just runs past. Okay, this now gets a little bit freaky.
Yeah, Catty Jones. That's the bomb, and she knows another player's here. Going to call over the support. Then she can step forward, but K8 will receive her. Ida removes one of the other elements. So still keeping that advantage, and the AWP is still here in Temple, holding the deep line. Nice safe angle, ready for any player to peek in, but misses that flick. Will swing back out straight into Emerald. Lara creeps forward, and the support from Yun helps her out. So Julie needs to be the one that steps up here, and timing on that pull-out's not great. Straight into Zana's scope. So Portugal get aggressive at A main. They meet France head on. They come out the victors.
Very unlike Emerald to not clear that close corner, especially when a flashbang gets thrown in. But I guess the design of that flashbang up close is maybe hits the player to give away an audio cue. But Catty Jones never gets affected by it, never sprays off the back of that flash being thrown either. And then Zana re-peaks immediately and then holds a tighter line to get more info for her team.
Yeah, I didn't hate what Emerald did, but I think maybe there wasn't the comm there because the player with the bomb that was behind her should have been aware of that possibility.
Agreed, yeah.
That was the real killer there.
Straight into mids for at least K-A ahead of this smoke, and she's the only one with a weapon here. They're going to try A once more. They're really hoping that Portugal get aggressive. Instead, it is Catty Jones with the incendiary. They're going to run through the flames and go straight into the MP9.
Yeah, a bit of info there as the Glock fires off too. They're likely not the force, but this, K-A's got crazy space. All comes down to this timing for her, and it's not good. Lara walks up on her. I didn't really love her approach for K-A there. That angle's never favorable. Felt like she maybe needed to pass to the left side to maybe get something done. Right, that was only that one rifle brought in. With extra cash for K8 to allow that. Portugal very happy as they, for feels like first time, are actually having a decent start to a map. 4-2 up.
And everyone is as well. That's the key point. Everyone is having a good map. We've had some Zana moments, sure, but we've had Catty Jones holding down her positions. We've had Lara getting a good multi-kill. Ida's been there too. Everyone's delivering on all fronts, which is really, really important for Team Portugal because, as we've mentioned, this needs to be a more consistent effort because France, as we said in the pre-show, before we even went live with Mirage, their elements of becoming online and are raising the bar an awfully lot more this event.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot out of Julie and Emerald in particular. Astra and Rachel, the ones we look to here, and yeah, they're not off to the races yet. After a brilliant Mirage.
It's interesting we haven't really seen just a mid-take out of France. Like, we've not seen the molly go in towards upper heaven. We've not really seen them fighting for this control. Finally, I think we're going to get it.
Yeah, a lot of players here ready for this little bit. Rachel, oh, doesn't get to see a player. destroyed by that volley of util, and there's still 3 players here. How much do you want to extend? Apparently Caddy Jones wants a little bit more, so 2 kills go their way. Now with that space, those frags, you can probably just fall back into the more passive lines.
Don't throw it now, because you've done all the hard work again, Team Portugal. You got your 2 opening kills. Do you need to overextend anymore? No, but they're still going to swing it towards ramp anyway. Yun gets the kill, and that's all the way over at B site.
Yeah, okay. You've kind of locked them in now. Lara gets up onto ledge. You know, it can only really be up this ramp if they go. They're going to attempt just to brute force their way in. Julie leading the charge. Ida was flash, but steps out. Brilliant from her. It's on to Astra. 1v3 after she finds that first. And it would be an ace clutch for her. Has time to work with, so we'll decide to disengage.
Oh, Sana's ready for it.
Yeah, Sana's got such a good line for this. Oh, Astra. Aware. Decides not to push the issue. It's a difficult one when you know you're being held on the A side because there's so many rough angles. This fight here against Lara could be interesting. Is Lara going to continue? No, she's going to tuck into the cubby. The clear is good, and the shot is brilliant.
Uh-oh.
She has 1v1s. Yun is all alone.
Don't peek, Yun. Don't
Yeah,
need to.
just have to play for the retake. Wait for Zana to arrive. Bomb being planted, and okay, Yun doesn't have that opportunity, but will be ready for Astra to step out. Had the information. Could have got a little scary. Astra had peeked into her, but not going to be. So clutch denied, and Portugal, they will deliver after getting those opening kills. Don't let that one fall away.
Yeah, nice try, Astra, though, because she still gets 3 kills in the round. She's still able to isolate these fights and make it difficult. Again, Portugal, all you need to do in this situation is just group. You just need to play together. You don't need to give over these 1v1s. The only way Astra wins that is if you give her 1v1s so she wins them. And what happens there? Nearly every single kill was a 1v1. It's got to be so frustrating as well if you're Team France, because you're going up against Zana. Her in-game name on Steam is Sigma. It's just like Sigma is just killing you over and over again. That's got to be so tilting.
I think she saw a billboard here in Christina.
It's a building society.
Yeah, just like Sigma, that's me. Ida has a little looky-loo.
She has been Sigma for quite a while, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was Skibbity Sigma for a bit.
Ah, she's got that brain rot going on. We're getting a flash up B, sorry. It's going to be direct with the Tech Knights, try and get some space, but there are a lot of players here, and again, the AWP is one of them.
I'm actually really worried about this because the push on towards Cave could be really scary. I don't think Zana's going to be ready for how close Astra really is. Cassie Jones gets rid of Kaede. That's going to be the go signal for the Riflers to accelerate up towards the ramp. But there's the lineup. Yun can't get the second, but at least Zana's now aware. Tech9 also strikes for absolutely nothing, and Ida just comes around on a swivel. Can Bob get planted? No.
Great stuff from Ida. She's happy about it. Ready for that late cave play that was critical, and then comes back through for the final 2.
It's going to sound weird as well, because even though Portugal picked Mirage, they actually look a lot more comfortable on Ancient, and I thought this was going to be the case, but I think they're not being caught out as much. I feel like they're ready for the next thing to happen, which has been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I think the T side of Ancient, it is... there's less, I guess, opportunities to catch people off guard than there is on Mirage, where there's just so many different ways you can lurk. I think Caddy Jones has been vigilant over at A, even in that final round. So mid-control this time garnered for free. Rachel will bunker down in the corner.
I like this from Portugal, because now they're bringing 4 players back over towards middle. That Molly's going to land in towards Donut. Again, Rachel only still here. You might hear some gunshots being fired out. The spam in combination with Julie taking the first stage of Cave. Molly is brilliant, and that just flushes Rachel straight into Zana. On the death cam as well, she won't see that many players, and now Portugal can disperse.
Yeah, she was not happy about how that one played out. Had no one that could support her either. No smoke for herself.
Oh, this is a really big read right now, and they've unfortunately guessed wrong. How many players are moving over towards A here, Portugal?
Yeah, they're going to come back now, going to start to scramble, but not going to be ahead of this util. There is that smoke down on ramp already. Zana gets in close, and needed that one. That's ridiculous. Of course Zana does that. And that should be enough, surely. Astra on for another ace clutch attempt. Ida's just going to walk through the smoke, going to catch her as she scatters in, but she stays alive. But now everyone's in the line. Everyone's holding her. Ida walks down the ramp just to make sure she hasn't crossed out Heaven. And this double setup. Oh, you going to give her 1v1s? No. Lara ready. Astra. Too many angles to deal with.
Zana's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Zana is absolutely ridiculous. The audacity to walk through this smoke, this molly, get full blind, and you still hit this quick scope on Julie. And then you're ready for the second player to be accelerated up the ramp. It's immaculate.
Yeah, it's like the Mirage hold, except this time there was the actual follow through from her teammates.
Yeah, you got the
helped.
rounds.
Yeah, I said, you know, it's not really an AWPers map, but you can make it an AWPers map. She had a decision to make there, right? When all that utility is coming through. The smoke is still down on ramp, and she's using that in her head. Okay, I've got this space to get into cave now. I'm going to take it.
And she learnt that from Mirage, because the first time when France exec and they dropped all the utility, then dropped the molly behind triple and really shut her out, they restricted Zana. And this time Zana is now saying, okay, whenever you're going to execute into a bomb site, the only limiting factor is my ability to hit the shot. And she's taking that variable out from Team France, and she's making every round her own. She's really taking all the control away from the French.
Fighting towards middle. This is on the half buy, and Lara has a good line to do damage, but at least that one kill will be converted off the damage. Leg shot onto Rachel. Careful, Zana. Okay, never mind. Zana doesn't need to be careful. What am I saying?
New AWP of NIP. Looks very scary indeed. And this is again after France reset Team Portugal. Portugal didn't allow that momentum to happen. Now they've just carried it forward, and they just keep going and going and going. Every single player.
This is crazy. Yeah, France look lost. Like, there's
they do.
Not a lot coming out from them.
There's just no variation. There's just no variation. Oh, we're going to rush B. It doesn't work. Okay, maybe we'll just try middle. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay, well, we'll just go in towards B again. Remember that slow, methodical, we're taking map control one piece at a time. You can still do that on Ancient. And it feels like they just are completely unaware of it, blissfully so. Zana's now taking a walk down towards the B ramp. Oh, it catches Astra with you.
No!
Zana still hits the second shot anyway. Ida needs to deal with these players in towards cave, or maybe it's going to be Yun. But Emerald and Judy are fighting back in this 2v2.
Yeah, they've given themselves a chance. Emerald with the double down. Caddy Jones will rotate. That deep smoke's painful, but there's HEs to clear it. Try and burst through, and they managed to get past. No one was watching, so they've scaled into long. That's been calmed over. Emerald will be here ready in the crossfire with Julie. It's a powerful position. Util goes forward. She swings ahead. The swing comes in, and Emerald holds down the spray. What a round from Emerald. Quad in it. Despite Zana's heroics in the openers, it's Emerald that brute forces France's third.
Yeah, it really bears a lot of similarity to that closer on Mirage. Ida dropping a smoke there in towards caves, a little bit interesting, but I guess you really want to force this fight in towards ramp. There's just no trade. There's just no trade on Emerald, and she's just able to grab these kills. And because Ida's flustered, because she doesn't expect that player to push the smoke in towards cave, Yun has to turn around, and that gives Emerald the space.
Well, France's running gun is ridiculous. Like, Rachel dying there as well. She's like shooting while just swinging. Didn't work out for her that time.
It was so nice, and I've got to do it twice. Catty Jones and Lara, though, already taking mid-control. And this time, Ida is in cave. She's ahead of the flashbang, holds the spray, but only does damage, no casualties.
Yeah, and now it's just Yun. She's going to have that support. Zana is rotating. But already, Flash is doing a lot of work. The util is everywhere.
That's a really cool molly. They throw from the entrance of cave, and it goes deep long. And that just means that Yun is forced into that flashbang. They're going to get this fourth round here. Don't get me wrong, it is still an immaculate half here for Team Portugal. But France with a little bit of relief, a little bit of let back, unless Lara does the impossible. The swings are great, but Julie will at least trade.
All right, 4 for France. Those last two very explosive onto B. Deciding the direct approach is the answer. So some signs of life as they crawl back into it, but what a half from Portugal. That is the best Counter-Strike we've seen from them so far. Looking a lot more composed in that CT side, right? I think the greatest round for me there was the round where France were going for that slow, methodical default, right? They get Megatron ratios in towards boxes, and it's kind of bad similarities to the pistol round where nothing's happening. So for Portugal, they group up, They use their utility to clear that space, get the opening kill, and then they're ready for the response. So they're showing a lot more, I think, the patience and team play on this map.
They're just being more flexible. Like that's the thing. Is because that round, you got to remember, before that evolved into that mid space being taken, that was already 3 players started at B early to give Zana a kill. They blew the smoke open for her to peek cave. Doesn't happen. And when you break the smoke open, you also hear this scope. That would have definitely been calmed over by France. So Zana's immediately rotated all the way around. You make the A players do something as well. It can be so difficult at times when your A player, your donut player is seeing nothing, not doing anything, not involved in the fight. Portugal incorporate everything. Let's see if they can get a second pistol.
Yeah, that would be killer. Emerald with the dualies. It over to her, and she got a bit of contact. Gonna hear these players in donut as well. She's in a tough spot. Smoke behind. It's a funky one. I don't know if it's fully gonna give her what she wants. Zen's gonna try and remove her, and against the dualies, you gotta be careful. She only takes down one. Flash. Ahead of it is Zana, but can't convert the shots. So France fast on this retake. Hard Flames at their feet will slow them down on that approach. They've got the kit. Smoke, I think, might have landed on the bomb. Hard to say. Ida around the edge gets hers, and difficult to break this crossfire. They can't fight through. It's Julie charging in. A tap on the bomb. Not the defuse, but a kill. And now it is Lara who needs to stop the defuse coming through. That smoke in play. Julie again. Always delivering on the pistols. It's her kills. It's her defuse. And it's France's round.
I don't know how that round falls apart for Portugal, to be honest, because you've got the info that she's not on the bomb there. Lara would have come, look, she's not on the bomb. And then Ida just gets overwhelmed. And I think what's really good there for France is that they just pick their battles. They think, okay, we're going to leave the big box player, we're going to fight the default player. The default player is posing more of a threat here. That Ida and Lara combination nearly works out, but it doesn't. And finally, a sigh of relief for Team France, because they can now build even further into this second half. That is going to be met with resistance, though.
Onto lane, but it's out elbow that the T's come, and look at the damage done. Just tapping away Ida in the back lines as everyone is focused on elbow. And she's still here, still being a nuisance. So this force buy already starts brilliantly as Ida backstabs. She's even considering Astra's little crawl down, but I don't know if this time is going to favor her. Might do, yeah. She's now in a position to hold for it, and headshots exchanged.
No way.
How did Julie die? Oh,
she's behind Astra.
Astra, they wanted to kill Astra.
They killed Julie instead. You know Astra's still here. Zana will just get both kills. 17 and 9 for Astra. Sorry, not for Astra, for Zana. As she gets a 17th on Astra. Bomb plant, and this is now nightmare fuel for Team France, because you don't want to be losing the force buy. You're going to have no money.
I mean, Emerald can't do anything here. Might get some exits and get a little bit of money. For Portugal, that is the best case scenario. You lose the pistol, win the force buy. France aren't going to save much, if anything. Yeah, nothing at all, Cat. So they're going to have to force again.
Yeah, you're electing them basically to force for the rest of the half now.
I mean, you've got to. You've got 1,400 on Astra. I mean, you don't have to, actually, I say that, because you have 3 players that will have rifles into the next. But the logical play that most teams would do is that force. So for France, on their map pick, a reminder that Portugal got cheeky in the veto. They banned that Inferno. They allowed France to pick anything else that they wanted. Could have been a train, could have been a nuke, could have been anything. It's ancient.
Oh, I'm worried about the bomb. I'm really worried about the bomb here. It's been heard. It's been heard, it's been covered, and it's been communicated by Team Portugal. 3 kills instantly for the price of 1. A trade will take all day long.
That's that force fight. Emerald's been spotted on the cross, Yun.
That was so emotive.
Comes that over. So, yeah, they're very aware. About to get backstabbed.
Oh.
I was going to say, you know, you can't knife play like Emerald. She's so nice. But then she did get that knife kill the other day. Granted, it was on a diffusing player. Oh!
Go on. Do you know what? Go on, do it. No, Molly will prevent it.
Keep your Galil in armor. Let's not get silly. You want some sort of threat into the next round. That's the 5-7. Ladies and gentlemen, it is stupid.
Yun was pre-aiming. Ridiculous. KD will escape with a Galil, but Portugal will run away with the 10th round. They'll double the score lead of Team France. And they're going to throw this into an interesting decider if they get there, because that's going to be Anubis, and that's been the first pick every single damn veto for Team Portugal.
Yeah, have plenty of reps on it, haven't they?
And against Latvia, I think France were like 13-9.
Yeah, that was actually a lot closer.
Yeah.
Than, imagine if Portugal eliminate France. Wouldn't that be an upset? I need to get you hyped for...
Not an upset.
Not an upset? It would be, Brandon. Let's not get silly. But it would get us hyped for Saw Mist into the next season and for an IP. We were already hyped about it. Who am I kidding? But...
I really thought you were going to be so big on Team France. I had this like whole little speech prepared as to why.
I know what you like, so I didn't want to give you the opportunity. I'm big on Team France because they are the best team here. But they're not invulnerable.
They're not. That is true.
We saw when the pressure was on Zerance at ESL Impact, they crumbled.
Well, even on Mirage, right? Look, 13-9, but you're up 12-5. Couldn't close some of these rounds. Now the same question gets asked to Portugal. Can you close out your map pick? Can it be completely fine? Well, you have a decent shot into this one because KD's the only one that's safe. Actually, it's an AK, not a Galil.
Yes, literally, it doesn't get better than this if you're Portugal. You'll be in a similar position that France were in. KD, with that AK, had the opportunity, but Lara wins out the door. That is the threat removed, and for Portugal, it's just about walking it over the line. Maybe not walking into the lion's den of B. A couple of 5-7s will be lying in wait, but Caddy Jones's lurk in through red will be potent. So I don't think they can lose this round, but it can get costly.
I don't know how much you want to reveal, actually, that you've been able to get in towards Red Room here. Like, I know it's against Nico, but this is the first time we've actually seen...
Well,
okay, Lara.
You did get that kill in mid, like, a while ago.
I would like it in this next gun round, to be honest. I'm going to go for another one of these prediction calls.
Okay.
I want Portugal to take mid, but do it slowly, and I want there to be a lurking towards Red Room.
It always feels so good when you get that red lurk. Such a powerful position on Ancient.
I'd have really liked calling and doing it, so I'm surprised we haven't seen that yet out from her or out from Yun. You're right, it's so powerful. Can Astra grab a couple of exits here? Yeah, she'll get one.
Yeah, I need a little more Rachel, don't they, France? Who's normally really good on this map.
Yes.
One of her best. If not her best map, I would say, normally when we look at this squad. And after, she was what, 20-9 at one stage, I think, on Mirage. Portugal's fight back stymied some of these players. Astra will have the AWP. Can she be the difference maker that Zana was on that CT side? She'll need to be.
True. It all depends where she wants to start as well. Looks like the bomb is having a really heavy lean. Maybe on this gun round, Ida's going to call very similarly to what she did in that first half of Mirage, where it's like, okay, we've got this space, we're just going to go for a B exec right out the gate. In fact, it's just probing in towards mid right now. Lara's dropped utility. Zana's just walked up B. Zana has completely walked up B. It is pure contact. Team France have got no idea. And all these players are in towards Cave. And Zana says, look, they can be in Cave. Julie's going to get a rude awakening right about now.
That's insane. She just walked in. Nah, you're not ready for second player. You probably should have been, but... With the smoke now
Save.
down on long, you can't do anything. But you're conceding 12, Brandon. In the 4-on-4, you've got ramp control.
You've not got utility. Yeah, you've got one kit, you've got smoke. That's it. You cannot go for this round. You absolutely cannot go for it.
They're doing it. They're scaling up towards Cave.
They've got a boost on Cave. This is too much.
Yeah, it should be enough to lock it in.
Get out!
Oh, they managed to remove Zana. They're trying to fight forward. Ida caught in the back lines. They're going for it, Brandon. Time is ticking. Caddy Jones is spraying, and it's onto Yun. The AWP shot comes through. The kit's in hand. Is there time?
No!
Oh!
Oh my goodness me.
It was that hesitation to get the kit, I think. It was on the ground.
You also think it's a faux pas as well from Yun because she's looking at the floor trying to scavenge a rifle, trying to grab anything to fight Astra. And now look what it's done. They've got nothing. Yeah, they got the AWP on Astra. They've got 3 MP9s and KD hasn't even bought yet. She's got 2.5.
So close.
Save! You should have saved. I'm sorry. You should have saved.
So close. No, I like the retake. I like the retake in the 4-on-4 there. Good ramp position. Milliseconds off it. And Astra has found the opening pick. For more, and Astra, great second kill. France's fight back comes now at the final stats. 5-12, it's just like Mirage all over again, but roles are reversed. A little late on the help there, but okay. Lara's found some frags and a chance here. Ida's spray is ridiculous, and she almost wins that.
Almost.
Almost.
Oh my gosh. These rounds are ridiculous. These rounds are so close. And even here, like, Portugal will be satisfied with that because sure, you didn't win the round, sure, you didn't get it, but at the same time, only one player lived. And yes, it was Rachel. Yes, she's able to scavenge back that AWP, but the buys are just going to be more and more restrictive. Portugal can go all in again. Zana can get the AWP. Yun's going to be on a Tech 9 short. But one round is all it takes. And again, even if you lose this, but you keep doing the damage, that's going to be more favourable for Portugal in the long run.
Mid-take comes through, K&A. Nice off shots, Lara's brought down low. Okay, that's contagious. I suppose she knows she got the dink right, so one bullet would do the trick. And it's Emerald that will find the connecting shots. Astra legs. Surely gets close. They know she's here. Surely you got to be ready for this close position, but she's found success, and that's the bomb too. She's got the sidearm out. Zana gets a team kill. Oh dear, this is messy. It's both ways. Martyrdom. And France, if they can walk away without losing more than one more player, they'll have some nice rifles, and the economy can build. Like Portugal, it's a long road ahead.
Winnable.
2 players low. One is the AWP, and Astra doesn't miss those.
Okay, so now full save out of Portugal, Team France. Again, we paint exactly the same script as we did on Mirage, but this time the roles are reversed. HS just going to get on the mic and just tell these players just to calm down a little bit. You've still got chances in this. You take an eco, you let them have one round back. That's absolutely fine. But when all the guns come into play, we need a plan for Team Portugal because it feels like for the past 3-4 rounds, they've just been running at Team France and hoping that the individuals are just going to out-aim them.
Yeah, they almost did. I know, almost with an insane little 1v3. It's 12-7. To be 12-8. Couple of flashbangs. Oh, sorry, one flash, one smoke. Maybe lurk smoke onto B, see if you can plant the bomb, or just rush it. Smoke for the molly, see if you can overwhelm, see if you can flash, but facility is good, and bullets even better. So, well held. Nothing there on the eco for Portugal.
Good incendiary from Julie. Just completely disrupts anything that Portugal want to do, and it gives Rachel a little bit more room alongside K&A. It's those small little things I think that France adds to their game. Just like little spices, like extra flavour to their defense that makes it a lot more effective, even against an eco. So we love to see it. Here's this gun round. Notably, no AWP for Zana.
She's been pretty good with the rifle in some of the games we've seen. Fight mid, you want to break this? Kado's ready for it. By Yun, good trade back. Emerald's still here though, and step through the side. We'll do it. Lara almost on the Zana. What? 1 HP for Zana. What a flick shot up. They're just going to try and scale fast into A. Sport's going to be here, Julie and Astra, and even Rachel. So, sure, might be able to get a little bit of space here, but I don't think Fox will be allowed to go down. Julie, surely going to swing out and deny it. Yeah, will be denied. So, no plant, no rounds. I'm getting a little scared, Brandon.
Still okay for now, because you're going to take another timeout. And again, these timeouts are not tactical right now, I can tell you that much. It's all about just resetting, keeping everyone calm, because it can be very easy, as you say, to get a little bit scared, to get a little bit nervous, to get a little bit jumpy. The idea of this round was actually very sound. Fighting towards mid, you're going from heaven, you're going from elbow. Emerald just overperforms it in a really big way. Gets these two crucial kills, even after Lara got the opening towards Kaede and towards middle. So that has to be the direction, that has to be the message, right? Look, Emerald just got a multi-kill there. Also, she dinked Zana for 99 in 1. I would not even surprise me if they go for exactly the same gun round in round 23. But for now, it will be Tech 9s. It will again be a splattering of utility here and there. Primary objective for Team Portugal. Let's get this bomb down.
Well, missing elbow smoke gives Lara a little line, so she'll see no one in mid. I wonder if that gives you a bit of info that might be a heavier lean to one of the bomb sites. Flashing over, Kaede ahead of it will... Oh, farm up. That was team flash, yeah. She was set up for success by the T's. Double digits for France, that was just pistols. But now only 2 chances for Portugal to close, or it will be overtime.
I actually quite like the direction that Team France have gone in over the last few rounds as well, because they're taking the fight to Portugal. They're not playing this really defensive, allowing map control, sort of brand of Counter-Strike that we got on Mirage out of them. They completely changed the way that they're playing. And because Portugal, again, are willing to fight, but the individual's feeling a lot more confident now for Team France. And also just having buddies, attacking in pairs. That's really working out wonders. Here we go, exactly the same gun round, by the way. We're going to get this mid control now in from heaven and elbow.
Yeah, no one's in mid to greet them. It's Astra on a fine line with the AWP in Donut. Starts with the sniper. In a position it's going to get contact shadow spotted. Easy collection. Free as you like. Do they really want to put the pressure on? Okay, yes, smoke. A couple of flashbangs, but it's all a fake out. Rod will move back to cover off red. A very passive off angle. Surely good for one, and Astra not far from her to help out. Surely gets the info too on that jiggle. Straight into these players, but Yun, great kill on the Emerald. And now Astra, she just has to hope that no one's going to come from behind. Zana's removed Rachel. And there's still a slug over at B ramp. I think this is going to be a B finish because you know you've got the AWP locked in here. Maybe they're hoping this AWP extends and that they can then potentially find the way, but no, they're going to wrap. Julie's hearing them coming, swings out Lara, the decapitator. Now it's only Kaede to hold on. She's spotted in cave. Molly in her face, she can't hold on, can't hold the angle. That's a brilliant bit of flame to keep her at bay. It's going to allow that bomb to go down, can't be denied, and Astra's locked out.
Yeah, it's really difficult now for Team France. Astra might even just rotate back away. No. We'll swap to the AWP. Is going to wait for this smoke to fade. Lara gets close, has a little peek round the corner, but doesn't see Astra. And now she starts to extend. Most importantly, Zana isn't on the angle, and it's actually spotted by the ramp player. Zana gets rid of Kaede, and you know exactly where Astra is. Locked in, our Team France and Team Portugal are able to make this happen. And suddenly you go to a third map, you go to Anubis, and this is right in Portuguese wheelhouse.
Yeah, there we go. Portugal with a bit of fight back. We took them a little bit longer than maybe they'd hoped to close, but same can be said with France on map 1. Both these teams able to build up really solid leads where it feels like they're just going to walk it through. France are given the opportunity to build back into that one, and it gets a little scary when it gets to 12-10. I think that's the point where you're like, okay, the belief is switched. We're not finding the way in. France look advanced. Even in that round, Astra gets the opening kill, right? And you feel like you've got a great setup. You feel the CTs. Emerald's in a brilliant off angle. Massive props to Yun and Lara in that round for winning the 2 fights they did. Very difficult fights for both. They're in off-angle engagements where they're not favored. They each win them. If one of those had failed, that's a completely different round.
Yeah, potentially. Definitely the Yun one. I think if Emerald gets that kill first. The thing is, though, what I really like about this round from Team Portugal is that they are adapting. And the ultimate adaptation is not to have one lurk in towards red. It's actually have the whole squad in towards red, because then by having an extremity lurk, you can pick and choose where you go. Because say Emerald and Astra did give you the fight in towards red, you got the kills. Okay, cool. We can just go A. Whereas if we still got this element on towards lurking over towards B ramp, we can still end B in theory. I really love the way that they played that, because it just was so systematic, and it felt like for the first time in a very long time, Team Portugal were in complete control of what they wanted to happen in the round, and Team France fell into the trap. That was the key difference there.
Yeah, that CT side was just, you can't even compare it. It was so much more solid than what we saw in Mirage. So massive props to Portugal. Each team steals their opponent's map pick. It sets up for that Anubis brand, and you already mentioned Portugal. This has been their wheelhouse. It's been their first pick in so many of these series. They've already won it against a team like the Netherlands, which was, that's a very tough opponent. I actually don't know what we're going to get on this final map. I think it could go either way. All I know is it's going to be an absolute banger, guys. So don't go too far to decide which first team goes into the grand final. We'll be on Anubis after this.
Andra, Sydflak, Zemra zjar. Në Kosovë, aty ku andrat nisën ekranet vogla. Ne u rritëm, por loja në mbetin zemër. Munësh me urzu, munësh me u thy fituesit. Ata nuk di me u dorzu. Ata kapin majat, se synimi është veç nalt. Heronjt I takuem, e heronjt u banëm vet. Në Kosovë, aty ku toka merr frym e andrat marrin hov. Hajde ta djegim arenën. Tash është koha me shkrujt emnin tan.
Fatoni edhe bashkë me krejt që shninë vet, e din që s'ka me internet e pakot telkosit.
Telkos, dashnin lidhje të parë.
hello. Welcome back, everybody. Little bait you there, just so you can know the game is about to start. Anubis Brandon, our decider between these two teams. France, Portugal, one of them straight into the grand finals. One to the third place decider tomorrow. And obviously, for both these teams, only one goal in mind. That's winning Anubis. Going to that grand final.
Oh, this is quite good for Team Portugal, right? Because it's clear they've won the knife. They elect to start on the T side. Look at them go. Already charging in towards mid. Julie, we know how good she's been with pistols. And it's similar to a pistol round we saw against Team Germany. All the way through in towards Temple. Julie, oh, is still able to get two. You've got to be kidding me.
Are those clocks firing blanks? What's going on? I'm not sure if I'm...
They are. What? No way.
Am I coming through? Yes, I am now. Sorry, there was a moment there where I wasn't sure I could be heard. Well, that was outrageous from Julie. I cannot believe that she's able to get 2 kills there. It felt like those Glocks were just like not... there's 3 of them there.
I don't know. That's weird.
She's just going WD, and she's just getting headshots. She just knows how CS2 works.
And even on the B main kill, right? Like the player at Con was nowhere near the B main player. Oh, the double nading counter is exceptional. This is going to be a cleanup. It was just an eco with a couple of nades thrown in, but Team France take that all day long. Team France have always just kept going. They always start these half strong.
Aster just doesn't care about the economy. She would just always look for kills in these sort of rounds, even when she's got the rifle. 2-0. We saw that on Mirage. That's when Portugal kicked it up a gear. They'll have all the AKs here. So very, very fast start to this half. I feel like we're a minute in, basically. We've had 2 rounds. Yeah,
that's how Anubis is going to play out, though, between France and Portugal, I think. Look at this immediate call. 3 players lean A for Team France. They're looking to get aggressive, and they'd be right in doing that. Smoke forward on towards the molly, and Astra just takes Cassie Jones' head off. And Cassie Jones would have only seen 1.
Yeah, was there a flash there or what? Because I felt like that was just a dry peek in.
It was dry.
Yeah, a little flashbang would have done the trick. One more bullet, one more little spray Zada would have converted that kill.
Good timing if they go B here, because it is only Rachel.
Just going to drop a little flash into Dark, but that's not really going to dissuade them. Yeah, they're just going to commit into this B play. Help is on its way, but not for long. Gade gets blindsided. She tries to exit out, and Rachel's MP9 doesn't find purchase. Astra will slide in, play it close into the Goblin corner. Is she ready for that position? Oh, she might have spotted that, and yeah, she will. Zana removes support of Julie. That's that low HP player. Where's Emerald at? She's outside of Canals. Lara will have the responsibility of dealing with her as the smoke fades. Emerald jumps through straight into the headshot, and Astra sees that as her signal to leave.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, really interesting round for Team France, because you've got 3 players that are effective to start over towards A. They get the opening kill through Catty Jones being a little bit brazen, not really prepared, just want to try and get ahead of all the utility, try and catch off France. Instead it goes the other way. But what a really good response from Portugal. Immediately going in towards this B hit. Com's flustered, to be honest, because why on earth has the player got their knife out at Temple? It just feels like in key moments, sometimes France are getting frazzled.
Okay, it flies around that corner, straight to her demise. Just the timing of it. Not quite ready for them to be that quickly onto B. Yeah, first gun round for Portugal, and a lot of damage inflicted off it too. So that bad start in the opening gun, pistol, might actually not be so bad if they can convert this one here. France will be on the back foot.
They're expecting aggression. They were initially going to go for the double mollies. They'll go for it on a bit of a delayed timing now. So one in towards the window, one in towards the doors. That already draws out a lot of utility out of France. Nades, flashes, thrusted in towards middle, but it's Kaede and Rachel to receive all the contacts, and Julie will still get a kill on Yun.
Kaede will finish the job onto Lara, and in fact, still damage on Zana too, who will be run down. Ida will offer one back, but it's just the 2 players now, and they maybe even line up there. Astra removes one, Ida disengages, and they're going to hear her running outside of B mains. They have all the information. Yeah, she's just being way too loud about this, despite so much time on the clock. She could definitely slow it down. No, she's done for. Goodbye. Oh, no, yeah, okay. Rachel, we'll get it done.
Weird round, really weird round out of the T side, because what you've got here is the decision to go passive. Yun was lining up her molly to go mid, and then they stopped, and then Ida throws hers, and immediately after you've taken the utility control, you've not done it with personnel. So Yun's almost left to lurk middle, and then you've immediately gone in towards B. You go dink for dink on B main, you think that's the right idea to commit into when you don't have canal space. It's a very curious one for me.
Yeah, Katie gets a little spooked. She's playing behind Obelisk, hits that headshot, and then kind of just scroll wheel jumps and has to disengage, but gets the opportunity to get her multi after. Portugal take the pause on this one, but they're not going to be able to invest a lot into this. They had the chance to. They could have got Rifles and Zana and Ida, but the rest of the squad would have been lacking. So they want to get that AWP out as soon as possible. We know the AWP on T-side Anubis can be quite strong, especially in a player like Zana's hands. So a couple of Tech 9s that have some backup. Gonna try pop onto B again. And if they go right now, it'll actually be a great call. These players scrambling out of dark. A little flustered as they run through. Rachel can't connect the shots, running out of bullets. Yeah, frustration. You go for this dark player, you see nothing in canals, and Portugal just burst through.
And look, this time you have got nades to go for this, but it is a 5-on-3. Everyone's going for a really late lurk. Is this the kind of retake you really want to go for? France has been brilliant in retakes, but is this one achievable?
A lot of damage has been inflicted on these players. There's no util for the Ts at all, and plenty for the CTs. Emerald spotted on her approach. Ida just going to try and waste time. And Julie comes 4-3 kills immediately, and Yon is the only one still standing. They know her position. Astra runs her down. 3 for Astra. Time for the defuse. The superior weaponry, the armor, the util. Enough for France to pull off the retake.
It's also just a decision from Portugal, because as soon as Kathy Jones takes the contact in the corner, they all just swing. They all just completely swing on Team France. And I wish it was wide and I wish it was together, but it wasn't. It was so easy for Astra to line up those kills, and Ida loses a fight outside B main. That felt like a ridiculous retake to pull off for Team France, but it was really aided by Portugal's decision-making. They just got to sit back. If they just sit back in little crossfires, they just win the whole round.
Yeah, I guess with Rachel and Katie doing so much damage, like I think every single Portuguese player bar maybe one was 50 HP, 30 HP, 20 HP. Like they were really wounded.
Even more reason then to not wide swing and sort of take the fight.
All they need to do is win one of those engagements, right? And it's a clearly different round. Ida wins hers, that they get one of those kills out you know, onto Astra, and goes a different way.
Especially when the entries were just so clean onto that bomb site. It was so ridiculously clean.
Yeah, it was a nice call. Absolutely caught off both Rachel and Katie.
Got to start talking about it as well. 4 rounds to the good on the CT side of Anubis for France feels amazing, especially when you've got capacity to build into it more.
Yeah, at least Portugal. I mean, that wasn't an invested round. That was a couple of Tech 9s with armor and a bit of util. This is the round they were waiting for. They got the bomb plant out of it. So they got full utils, and his AWP is in play. Astra has hers too. She is 8-0. Again, looking to get this fast control in towards A main. They use 2 smokes to get it. One to extinguish the flames, and one just to make sure that no player is able to play up close by isolating them. You can just leave Caddy Jones over there. That space is brilliant to have. Puts that pressure on A. 2 players are there.
But again, it's this Rachel Kaede duo that you've been really hard pressed to fight back. Smoke on towards B main will at least give info that there's a player back site. Rachel then confirms further damage on Ida with nades. This is feeling really good, and it's just applying a lot of pressure. 2
HEs, and then the flames. Ida gets removed by utility. Zana will get one, but run down. At least Yuan is there for the trade, but Caddy Jones is so far away from her. Yuan needs to find something. Oh, Emerald removes the lurk. Oh, where's that bomb? Is it in towards? Yeah, okay, it's been picked up.
Oh, this is weird. If you just pause right now, you can actually pretend that you'll go into A. That molly will confirm it though, and Julie's still here, so Astra will come back.
Okay, do you want to swing on this? Oh, this is scary. The AWP. Oh, it actually removes Caddy Jones.
No.
I don't think they knew the AWP was in play, but still. Bumps aren't going to be committed. No, run down. Yun standing tall, but yeah, 2 players overwhelm her. Yeah, if they just contacted, I think they had a great opportunity. Also, not sure why they're investigating out through A long.
It doesn't make sense. It just feels really stressed. It feels like you never need to peek into CT to take that space because you can literally just plant for connector. And if you want to take that space, just scale on the right-hand side of the site. You drop the molly in towards Temple for a reason. Let's use it to gain space further in the site on a safe side. And sure, you might not be expecting the AWP, but at the same time, double swinging in towards CT feels like it's not the play. We are just B-centric right now for Portugal. They're going to go for it again.
Yeah, and again, it is only these two defenders. So stress testing Rachel and Kayday round after round. They have so much utility damage. And now it's Rachel who's just cleaning house. How about that? Brilliant hold. She's feeling good about it after the frustrations when the Tech9s ran her down. This time against the same sort of buy. A much happier result for Rachel.
Yeah, this now starts to get really infuriating for Portugal because it feels like in a number of these moments they've just been scared, and it feels like the pressure is really getting to them now. They've done all the hard bit. They did all the hard bit getting to Anubis in the first place. I remember how we framed this. Portugal keep picking Anubis so consistently. You feel like you're actually the favourite on this map, and maybe you needed that underdog mentality.
On the gun round, they're gonna go for a pack move through middle. Again, utility damage, like if we saw that, I think that France, every player is probably on 200, 300. It just feels like they're just doing so much damage with nades every round.
Free A-lean as well.
Yeah, not the situation you want if you're Portugal. The AWP fires off onto the camera and missing the opportunities. Julie swings out and that's to her demise. Yeah. And Astra's not finding her mark. It's Emerald that does remove Caddy Jones in that lurk. She's going to get smoked off. Zana has that walk in from CT and a leg shot for her. Rachel sent backwards. They're going to continue to scale in. This is good space taking. Emerald, make sure no one's coming from behind. Players are damaged.
They will go for this. They go for every retake ever.
They don't have a way into it.
I know. I don't feel like they should go for it. They should maybe just try and play contain here. Maybe you get Rachel just holding it into CT spawn. Yeah, this is a lot better. Or maybe you go for it really late. Maybe you just start to walk in. Kayode with the incendiary throws it forward and she gets an isolated fight on Lara. Wants to try and jump on the bomb, but Ida's there. And that's the only chance that France had at winning that retake.
Yeah. I like the idea, right? You throw that flame forward so that when you get that kill, there's no chance of someone being able to deny you defusing. It's cheeky. Oh, don't lose it. Okay. Nice shot. That's actually a big kill to get at the end.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. There's not going to be an AWP here.
I'm going to be
sorry, they did drop one.
I'm going to be realistic though. This needs to be 6-6. Like it can't be anything worse than that for Portugal. This has to be 5 rounds in a row from them.
It's the start of something. Double in mid for the CTs. There we go. Finally, a bit of utility damage goes the other way. A nade and a shot. Zana ready for Astra's peak. Acceleration. Julie, oh, you're in trouble. Tries to fight forward. Actually gets that headshot off, but they're going to accelerate. Emerald is all alone over here. They know it. She's getting absolutely run down, flustered, overwhelmed. Bit of pace off that first kill. Portugal don't slow down after Zana gives them the opener. And 2 back-to-back rounds. These guns need to be saved if France want anything to fight the next one with, but the rest of the team will be lacking.
And what's the difference here between Portugal in these earlier rounds compared to now? And it's the fact they're actually moving and they're operating a lot more like a team. You think back to the first couple of rounds, they were somewhat conditioned in middle by just dropping utility, but they were never really going off it. Here, they're actually using the utility to give Zana an AWP peek, and it's a small micro. It's so effective as an AWPer on the T side of Anubis when you peek on that right-hand side of mid and you walk into the angle. Astra's got no chance, and do you know why that's accommodated? It's accommodated by the mollies that they're throwing in towards the doors and the window. Astra can only be in one spot. Zana knows it, and they're able just to keep going.
You're tempted to buy this, I feel, if you're France. Because Emerald's got a rifle if she wants to. Rachel can drop one.
You're on 2-stage loss. Like, you can't.
Like, I mean, you can, but you can't. Only one player will have an MP9. The rest will all have rifles. Like, it's it's not out of the realms of possibility they do just because of Emerald's money.
If you go for this, and here's the caveat though, it's like if you go for this and lose, it will be 6-5. Like we are entering 6-6. Whereas if you save, you got these 2 hero rifles that can do damage, and you all buy in towards the next round, and then there's more capacity for France getting more rounds later down the line if they save here compared to if they buy and lose.
See what decision they opt for.
And also, what you're doing here as well is if you invest into this, you are saying to Astra, you're not having an AWP for the rest of the half.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, safe here. Emerald can drop that AWP into the following round. And I think that they probably want to prioritize that. Astra's been having a pretty good map so far. In fact, top of the board, 9-3. Yeah, Emerald keeps a little bit of extra cash so that she can facilitate that into the next round. So yeah, still a bit of threat into this one. And they're just rushing middle. All right, they want to get the rifles involved early. They're just going to charge forward and trying to do the CS2 dog peek crouch back in. Doesn't work out, but K-Day will get hers. She's dropped after 1. I think maybe a bit of an overextension there because that's one of your 2 rifles.
Yeah, but look at this. You're now being baited in towards Emerald on their 5-7. This time it doesn't do anything. But also keep your eye on Rachel. Rachel's got this timing on Ida. That's another kill back.
I don't know why Ida walks through that smoke.
She's trying to take the space back off middle.
It's
because
just not
obviously
necessary. There's a minute 20 left.
No, I agree.
What are we doing?
I agree. I'm just trying to find an explanation for it. Flashbang. Thrown forward. You got Astra on this late lurk. Zana is holding for it, but is she holding for towards stairs? Not quite. Astra can win this round in its entirety. Missed shot. An opportunity on towards Zana, and Zana makes her pay. He's still got to get by Rachel. And she walks in, she's got a gun out and will get rid of Zana. But now there's pressure being applied everywhere. Both on Yun, both on Catty Jones in towards A, but the bomb was spotted at B. And Yun's going to plant for CT, and now Julie's in trouble.
Yeah, they heard her. They heard her in middle. She ran forward and grabbed that M4, so yeah, no chance now.
Well,
she has no armor. She just has this M4.
But she's walking back and she's got the timing.
No, this should be being covered.
It's
Surely
not being.
Catty Jones, what else would she be watching? You heard this player in middle. Okay, well, this is the freebie. Can Julie... Oh, denied. Yeah, go for it.
There's a kit on the floor.
There's a kit, but this close left angle, I don't think you're clearing this. So Yun will lock it in. AWP recovered.
Tell you what, though, those 2 hero rifles do a lot of damage.
Yeah, knife actually allows the AWP as well. Emerald actually would have been really suffering. Julie will still be suffering, but at least the AWP's allowed. So Portugal, they almost let that one slip, getting a little silly. Walking through smokes.
Yeah.
Not being ready for the flank.
They tried to lose the round.
They tried. But Zana gets that critical kill into Astra.
That was it.
Oh, okay, an aggressive play. Flash out, Rachel. Oh, they doesn't peek back on her.
Look at the support immediately, because you've seen like 3 players outside B main. Best fit for Portugal is they don't need to commit to this.
Yeah, it happened so early.
Contact walk through mid here would be everything. I really like this decision here from Portugal.
It's into Astra. She's going to be in the position to deal with this. Good angle with the AWP, and Yun removed as she peeks in. Now you know that Astra is here. How do you want to deal with her? Oh, she steps forward looking for the fight. Yeah, we'll take one back. Smoke lands in her face, but she's found 2 and given the advantage back to France.
Good work from Kaede here as well, because she's pushing towards canals. It means that Julie obviously has to fight here. Julie needs to survive. Kelp is on the way. Needs to grab this kill. She does find 1. That's everything.
Yeah, and now Kaede in towards Connector. Will be ready for them to swing out. Oh, the pre-fire lets them know. Defensive smoke deployed. She has support on the way, and she's just being a nuisance. Buying time for her players to get here, and even winning the fight. Zana getting dinked through. That no-scope is ridiculous. But she's down to 2 HP and getting peppered. And surely her barrel's actually going to block this player. Astra is going to have her. Hello? Okay, Astra's going to have her. Yeah, there it is. I think maybe that was calmed on the mini-map. So France on the 7. Astra with 3.
So important to get that AWP in play. So good work from Julie to grab that knife kill. Smart decisions for France and smart decisions for Astra to go ahead of that smoke. Catch Ida, fall back in. It's a completely safe play once she fires off 1 shot just to move out the way. 7-4. Hoping for an 8th if you're France. 7 on CT already feels done. Already feels grand final winning.
We'll see. It could be funky. And we know Zana can be a menace with that CT orb. Gonna make a play towards A. 2 players in middle. The orb is over at B this round, so they won't have to deal with that immediately. Zana hopes for an overextension, but that's not going to be granted to her. A lot of attention on middle.
This is the first time we've actually seen an exec come straight through A main and not through camera. So now you're going to get these players rotating immediately. That flashbang's not going to do anything. Where's the molly on towards Emerald? Instead it goes towards Briggs. So Emerald's got free reign. Look at all this attention being taken. Emerald on a swivel and Julie just keeps pushing with the MP9. It is everything. And now Ida has to do everything and she can't manage it. 8-4 for France on the CT side of Anubis.
Julie's just fearless. Like, as soon as that contact's coming through, Emerald's staying alive. There's no molly behind her, so she can just keep picking from each side, being a nuisance, keeping attention. Julie just charges through that smoke with the MP9, knows exactly how to utilize that weapon in that scenario. 3 kills go her way, and that goes from a half that was being recovered by Portugal that looked like it could have been 6-6, even 7-5. Instead, we end up, what, 8-4? I think was what we finished on there, which is yeah, that feels killer.
It's too far
I
gone.
was fine with 7-5. I thought that was maybe achievable if you can get off to that good start. You know, you get that pistol. It's definitely 7-5 is a fine half to have. 8-4 is really hard to build back from on that CT side.
I'd normally agree with you, but because it's Team France, I feel like they really need the 6-6. And it felt like there were a lot of opportunities to get that 6-6 for Portugal. It feels like in the early stages of this first half, they rushed a lot of things, right? It bared a lot of similarities to what we got on Mirage, where it was like, okay, we're here and we're trying to get over here, but we haven't done this bit. We haven't done the climb yet. We're just trying to like jump and hurdle all of these obstacles without actually systematically dealing with it. And that's been the killer really for Portugal.
Yeah, a couple of rounds they should have picked up there as well. I mean, the pistol round for
Absolutely,
one, right? Like
yep.
Julie had no right getting those kills there, and then yeah, that round where they had that 5-on-3 with the Tech 9, so they got the space. It didn't pan out for them, so there was a couple of opportunities to really get a strong first half. Instead, they have to do it the hardest way.
They need this pistol.
Yeah, that goes without saying. 3 players will be over towards A, and it does feel like the French at least have brought some bodies over here early, but we know they like just to sit back and see if the push comes their way. Will it? That's the question. Portugal have defensive setups on both sides. So just falling back to wait and see what France will throw at them. Bombs and canals, so they've got options. They're really hoping someone just goes for that info peak, whether that's in dark, whether that's in main.
Oh, it's coming from Zana. Oh, and sees and spots Julie. Now, you don't want to fight Julie on these pistols. 2 players are still here. It's Yun at range. You still know that Julie's in this corner. Flashbang actually not only affects Kaede, but also Team Blind Zana.
Yeah, Kaede gets away with murder there. The highest degree. Oh, Cuddy Jones. Needs to be careful. Rachel lurking on the other side. They're coming to her. Adul Paredes. The chance here for Portugal. Oh, peeks straight into Rachel. So the dualies fall flat, and Lara's alone. There is a spike through water, and it's doing business. Ida gets one, but they manage to scale out. Kaede just charges forward, and they know the support's coming through canals. So they plant a CT, scaling further forward, making this so difficult to retake. A swing through, and Kaede, she never stops moving. The French, they have wings on their feet, and they're flying forward in this map.
How does Kaede get 3 kills in this round? Should have come away with absolutely none of them. She was full blind and she gets Zana. Obviously, Zana's full blind as well in that interaction, but that is bonkers. And then she just keeps on going. Rachel gets a crucial one on towards Catty Jones and towards Connector. And now this is impossible mode for Portugal. They put it on the hardest difficulty. They're going to invest in. It's going to be a last-ditch effort to reset France and get their second half off to a better steading.
Sun is sort of playing half in, half out. She's keeping money for the orb into 2 rounds in the future. And Astra holds for 1. Okay, Cuddy Jones' Deagle at least hit a kill back. So 1 for 1, but Zana's USP, can she actually do anything here? I feel like she is in a lot of trouble. And yeah, Julie, that's an easy clear for her. Ida.
Got to drop that smoke, Ida.
Yeah, she's just holding it. She wants to, I mean, it's your one smoke. You really want to make sure you get value out of it. Don't want to just drop it for nothing. So she's really just waiting. See if there is some sort of commit. She'll drop back. Or she'll start to move forward. Julie has been diligent, and the jiggle gets the info. She'll fall back now and drop that smoke. France have got plenty of time. They can now route back. If they go to B, it is empty.
Oh.
Absolutely empty.
I mean, Cassio's can hear all of this. I'm just going to get on a quick flank. Look at Julie. Julie's already holding for this drop down. This is sickening. And now I think she can even hear the player towards stairs. Julie has got all the info here for Team France. It should be impossible, but that is a big whiff.
Yeah, Julie gets Julied. There's the sort of kills happen to her that she does all the time. Just drive-bys.
Oh.
Oh, and Lara. Big one onto
Hang
Rachel. A chance here.
Look at the flank.
Oh, Cuddy Jones hit the headshot. It's on the K&A. How is this falling apart? Needs to find all three, and it's Lara's pistol in from CT. It all catapults off that pistol. Ida running through the smoke, and chaos ensures from there. Every pistol connects. And Portugal, it was an unlikely round, but they needed it, and that gives them hope.
Team France got Team Franced. That's literally all that happened there. You got that double swing nearly coming in from CT, but again, it's non-committal from France because you've got the player jiggling on the left-hand side of the site. The player at default isn't swinging. Lara then confirms the contact, is able to back up, get ready for that second player swinging at default. And again, it's isolated 1v1s. It's expert work from Portugal, but it's a faux pas from France. And now suddenly you've got one Galil, 4 Mac-10s, a lot of head armor here for Portugal. They're going to be fine.
Yeah, Portugal got four rifles, so yeah, they're feeling great. Getting aggressive is very brave.
That's fine. Here, this position from Catty Jones,
Yeah.
absolutely fine.
Yeah, there's no way you're expecting this either, because there's not really been a lot of indication.
Yeah, there's been no stair smoke, there's been no flashbangs, but there goes the kill, and there goes your confirmation. I love the fact that she just leads.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Disengage, and she gets away. So, brilliant opener. France lose Emerald for free. Now trying to control close. Yun want to swing. Yeah, she will. And again, disengage. Brilliantly crafted, trying to force their way in now. Ida's there to trade out onto Catty Jones. And now it's just one-dimensional. Straight through main and straight into the crossfire. 2 players up and above. And players are coming through dark as well. So Rachel sure gets one, but they've spotted her running through. She tries to run back. Nothing to be done.
It's really cool in this round actually for Portugal to go aggressive because now you're setting the precedent. And now if you're France, you now got to be wary every single time you invest that there's going to be players in every single corner. And what that's going to do inherently is slow down their default. And that's going to give Portugal more room to work on the extremities. That's exactly what they want. We're already seeing the variations pushing towards canals, pushing towards A main. Not yet seeing the flashbang play out towards B main, but you know that's coming. Not in this one. This is a full eco.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I guess they're forced into that one. Okay, no, sorry. Julie did buy a pistol. I thought, oh, she's got 1,700. I thought that maybe add up, but she'll go an SMG into the next. So yeah, a couple of pistols. Try and sneak a pick.
Don't do this now.
Yeah, Portugal do not need to do anything. You should know the money is terrible, and yeah, you don't want to do anything silly here.
At least they're out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you lose against pistols.
Tell you what though, this is really nice from France because again, you've just seen 2 players there. You know, a third player is probably lining up a flash. So suddenly, Zana's got to contend with all of mid on her own.
They pushed out A main. I hope they continue to do this in the gun rounds as well. It's great to see such proactive movements. Mid's the gap, and it's a huge one, and they've just walked through it. But Lara is holding for it. As long as she doesn't get timinged here. Needs to fall back. That nade should be hefty. Yeah, they cop it. She's only good for the one. An AK to be scooped up and a bomb plant at the very least.
It's concerning.
Yeah, Emerald's being a nuisance, but I still don't think there's really any risk here. Sure, there's an AK, but no armor. Ooh, a little messy. And Emerald has one out the flank kill. And Rachel's hit a headshot, and the smoke is causing problems. Oh no. It can't go like this. Emerald's arriving. Flames keep her at bay. Where? Oh, where is Rachel? Oh my god. Gun out! Hits the shot and is just gonna stick it. She's just gonna stick it. Emerald's running through. Emerald can deny this. Knife out. Misses it. Oh!
Oh no!
She still gets the kill, but Portugal get the round like they should have.
That's the way they win it.
But
That's the way they win it. Cathy Jones, by the way, is not even in the damn smoke as she's defusing that bomb.
Oh, that was uncomfortable watching, I think, for everybody.
That's a weird one as well, because for your mental, your Portugal, you're thinking, damn, we recovered that round, but also we should have won that round.
How did
And
it get like that?
If you're France, you're thinking, how on earth did we lose that round?
I was like, we're just gonna drop this HE surely over cake. It never comes. Just the smoke, the drop down. Oh, bum clenched the whole time. And that's actually a really bad round to happen because look at the money across the board.
Awful.
If they lose this, that round getting as close as it did could cost them this entire series.
Let's see, look, the key feature piece here is on your screen. AWP for Zana. Are France going to accelerate? Are they going to go with some pace here? Or are they going to slow things down? I feel like they're still going to go slow based on what Portugal have been doing in the past couple of rounds. Yeah, look, they're really ready. They're anticipating a Canals push and an A-main push, neither of which, by the way, are coming in.
Yeah, Portugal into this one, they're playing a lot more reserved. I think given that they showed that aggression in the last couple of rounds.
And I think also given the fact that you nearly lost that previous one, you want to play safer here.
Yeah, they've shown a lot of CT aggression so far.
So a cool little setup in towards A main where you've got Yun playing anti-flash directly and then waiting for Zana's contact. It does commit the AWP though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she can still come back and cover off camera if it is this mid-commit. So because of that, Lara leans more towards the temple side, so she can be more supportive for the B players. Ida has gotten curious. She's missed that timing in window.
She can catch it on rugs.
Yeah, she might be able to find rugs. Okay, this lurk timing is really good for her. If she walks rugs now, or even if she
goes
no,
middle.
no, why? Slow
fine.
down, slow down.
It's fine, they can't hear her.
Oh my
They
god,
can't
no,
hear her.
so scary. She's gonna get caught from B, I think. No, okay. It's Emerald. Unusual for her to have a knife out, but I mean, why would anyone be there? Julie? Yeah, rugs is never cleared. Comms may be an issue there. Bomb's allowed to go down, and they're now really worried about this flank and the forward push into CT. What? Come on. That's just not fair. And Cathy Jones going down. Zana just needs to find the exit strategy. And she will. Yeah, Ida guts that kill, and then you feel like you're in a really good position to win that round, but I think they just get too trigger happy after that.
No, I'll tell you what happens is the fact that Ida, so you look at her movements, right? She's cleared all the way canals. She's looked mid, hasn't seen anything in towards middle. Obviously that can be a gap because it was naturally created by Portugal. She goes stairs. She never clears rugs. So because she doesn't clear rugs, she just says A clear. And then you've got Cathy Jones that pushes, doesn't clear rugs.
It just feels like that's a real inexperienced move to make, and I don't think we should be seeing that.
No, I completely agree with you.
It seems crazy that that's either not comms or not considered. I mean, I just assumed no one was rugs. Like, she was running knife out.
The fact that she's running there is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just overconfidence from like just an unnecessary assumption. And now we see the ramifications of that eco that they almost lost to. You've got the AWP, sure, that's saved over, but look what everyone else has.
And it's a double header as well because of that info where she's gone stairs. That broke the setup immediately in towards A main. Worrisome, really worrisome now for Team Portugal. 3 players, including that AWP on B right now. Control being established over towards A. Is this going to make rotations run away? No. Yuna said, do not worry, they are not here yet.
Zana's going to peek into them and still manages to remove K&A, but Astra was holding for it.
Astra would have cobbed that there was a gun that's just been swapped out.
Yeah, you assume that's the AWP picked up. Why else would there be a gun change
I
like
love
that?
this. I like this B main push.
Okay, yeah, good timing on it. 2 of them clear. Not seeing a thing, so Ida can now focus her attentions back the other way. They've got 2 players over at A. There's still an opportunity here for Portugal.
Don't push A main.
Ida's going to start running. Oh no, they're to this. Oh, well.
Why?
It's crazy, right? Because they have the info. It's got to be A. Well, why are we forcing the issue?
That makes no sense. Look, you want to get close with pistol? Sure, play those close angles. Just play those close angles. Oh, this is just falling apart. There's just so many micro mistakes going on here with Portugal's defense. And what a shame. And also, Catty Jones has just been spotted by Astra.
Yeah, they won't hunt these for sure.
And they will.
That orb's been picked up. You can remove it. Oh, that's that rifle. Ida might be allowed to hold onto this. There's no one kind of hunting her, but that's all it's going to be into the next round. Literally that to, hold off series and, into that grand final.
What a shame. Well, what a shame, because it really does feel like Portugal played themselves. Let's see if Ida can hold on to this orb, because Julie is currently hounding her. Oh dear. Oh, it's messy. She gets out. Yeah, it feels like, look, France have played a good game on this T side, don't get me wrong. I want to take nothing away from them. Like, Julie, Astra have been exceptional. However, Portugal have played themselves. You know when you play those games, like you're facing teammates like do too much. That's really what it feels like.
Now that's slow stuff from France into this one.
Makes sense.
They know what the economy's like. One saved orb. They know that is all that's in play. Flashbang's good. Straight into A. No orb to face. Okay, I don't know how Lara's won that. And still player behind. Okay, clear it for a moment. Threat nullified. Alright. Sana's orb does sound off. Ida has armor, picks up this AK, but she's already been brought down low. They want to try and swing, but they plant behind the smoke. 4 bullets in the chamber. There is a chance. Recovered AK. Loaded. Damage onto Astra. Catty Jones walks down. Ida falls. Catty Jones is able to catch off one. Another player's on site and low. Zana, an opportunity for her here, but the pistol's now beginning to push. Nothing left in the chamber. It's Astra's headshot, and it's France on the series point.
Yeah, and now you're hopefully thinking, if you're Portugal, that somehow the pistols are just going to connect as soon as Lara gets the first kill. You think not like this, Team France, but no. Everything is under control. Astra does brilliantly just to weave her way in amongst this bomb site and just make it so difficult for the rifles spamming. It's that one smoke on site that is consistently being deployed by Team France. It's enough. And again, you go into this, Portugal, sure, you've invested, but hey, guess what's not here? The AWP.
A lot of aggression towards B early to make them sweat, and it's a 1-for-1 in Canals again. Actually, in fact, sorry, that was one of those fights is in towards B. Yun needs the help. Lara is here, and great kill onto Rachel. Julie in Canals removes her. Yun's still here. Ida removing Julie means Astra is left alone. First kill. She want to go back out into main. There is a player pressing through. Zana on that flank. Ida's holding a very deep line in the Canals. So Astra does have 2 isolated fights, but Zana is going to catch a perfect timing, surely. Yeah, done for. Yeah, there it is. A few more bullets than you would have liked. There we go.
Great round from Lara, because she gets the trade on Catty Jones, is getting really aggressive. She spins around, she helps Yun over at B. She gives space for Ida as well to then go back out A main. Good time is there from the Portuguese. First timeout, by the way, being taken by Team France. That's how in control they've been throughout this entire deciding map.
Yeah, that felt good. I definitely still be feeling good. It's crazy, bro. Every single map in this series, a team has gotten to map point, and it still felt like there's the competition here. There's always this chance.
Tell you what the difference is, by the way, between an 8-4 half and a 6-6 half is that currently it would be 10-10.
True. There's the opportunity for it.
And you probably even... and this is also Portugal with 0 pistol rounds. Yes, they were able to reset in the second, which has done wonders for them right now, but they've still got a hell of a lot more to do. The good news is that the T-side economy can be a little bit flip-floppy if France are unable to get the bomb down, but one mistake, and Portugal have been prone to making them here in this second half, and that is then done in terms of trying to make the grand final. Still third place decider if they lose, but they really want top 2.
Aggressive play out from B. Flash comes forward. Emerald's just sitting back to hold for this. It's a heavier lean over towards A. It's actually a continued crawl. Yeah, I don't know how far you want to push the issue. Caddy Jones to see if anyone's going to peek out late. Emerald's come this over. She's seen no further progression. I think actually maybe they want to move over there now and hope that Portugal will now lean heavily towards A.
And they're right on the money. I like this combination of utility now being thrown in towards middle, because a natural reaction, what you see typically from teams after they take B main, is to group and have 3 players do exactly this, pushing towards middle. So I love this out of Team France. They're reading it perfectly, but look at the info. Cathy Jones has said, I feel a little bit scared and apprehensive about B, but Team France, again, not committing to it.
Yeah, it's a dance between these two sides, isn't it? France are teasing.
And the main objective on this dance, if you will, is to make sure that Zana is on the other side.
Well, they've done that well. She is over at B right now. Oh, an aggressive setup. Okay. 5 Ts are about to bear down, and Portugal have started to read this. Will they get here in time? Here comes the burst forward, and anti-flash setup works perfectly. Yun and Lara combining with a killer piece. Rachel tries to force her way through, but they should have done enough here. Zano's had time to rotate. Oh, little trigger happy, and Astra will punish that. Oh, and Astra has a chance. Bomb to be planted. Caddy Jones is on this flank through A main. Astra will reposition the smoke on site, giving her room. But the question is, where is Caddy Jones? What is this timing like? Astra is looking away as she comes around the corner. Oh, Astra had a second. But Caddy Jones completes the kill. And Portugal, by the skin of their teeth, are still here.
Oh my god, you could literally just see Astra just turning around and hitting that shot. There was milliseconds in that, but you got to praise Cathy Jones here, because what she does is she does activate her lurk, but she goes so slow. It's so deliberate. You don't want to give any audio over, and you just put that seed of doubt in Astra's mind. Donut, CT, A main. You got to delegate yourself between those 3 different angles on the AWP. It's so difficult, and the timing will favor the FAMAS. And even with that bomb down, look at what it's done. It's just Tech 9s and a chance. You got to remind you that Portugal are the only team to force OT, and that map did come on Anubis.
Yeah, I feel like Zana's feeling a bit of pressure. It's been a tougher map for her comparatively, and saw her just fire off her shot there, and she gets put out of the server here.
Oh, wow.
Great follow through.
Oh.
Oh, Lara, all right. Offers up a little bit of something there after Zana gets destroyed. So that was needed. Couple of big back-to-back rounds from Lara. Held them off in A main, and now here in middle. Surely sure she snaked her way through. Economic damage will be valuable. If you get 1 more kill, it's massive. PT50 in the back lines has a chance for it, but Yuni is holding. So I don't think she'll get this opportunity.
She could have pistols, but I mean, come on.
You just watch. She'll get contacted. She'll just hold D and swing around this corner, just firing and get a headshot. You ready? She's just gonna run. Oh, okay. Actually, just hit the dick.
She got the headshot.
Yeah, nice one. But the P250 doesn't quite do it. Just the dink, and that's it.
2-round game. 2-round game. Can Portugal force overtime here against France? Can they continue their ideals, their journey here? Now, the Esports European Championships 2025 here in Kosovo. Can they force overtime?
Wouldn't that be something? The hardest fought comeback. We've had 2 attempted comebacks so far in this series. This is the 3rd. Both failed. This one is the one that's coming the closest. 12-7 to 12-10. And a real opportunity. It's Lara and Yun that are the ones that are really doing a lot of the work here for Portugal, which is somewhat unexpected, but great to see. Less experienced players on land shining.
Oh, aggressive peek. Zana, oh dear, gets overwhelmed. That's the entry that Team France needed.
Yeah, Astra on that far angle.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Careful, careful. Don't give Astra too many chances. 23 and 11, she is not missing. And now you've lost Zana. 4 on 5 for Portugal to stay alive. They're pushed aggressively now. I don't know if Emerald has this information. Yeah, they are way closer than she thought. And she is in trouble. Surely going to be hounded here. They have to remove her. They need to find this kill. Need to get this frag back. They've gotten it. And that's the bomb dropped as well. Sure, this is plain to be. Are they aware of this? They will be in a second. Caddy Jones even gets that kill. Astra will get hers. And Ida, it's all onto her. She has no support. No support at all. But she wins that fight onto Rachel. The bomb's been recovered, but the advantage is for Portugal. And Ida gets back around the corner. Julie has heard her move back. And Ida, oh, what? I can't believe she's won that fight. Ida has stepped up. The captain giving Portugal this necessary moment.
She's got to save.
It has to be the save.
To save. Awesome from Ida. Like, I cannot believe that she's able to not only get the kill on the player that was in middle swinging B main, but then adjust onto Julie, have the space to go into spawn and reload. That is everything.
Caddy Jones getting that kill onto, I think it was K-Day, in towards the B side.
That really
was
saved
huge. That she's even ready. Now they're just yelling. They want France to hear that in the silence while that round is still ticking down with seconds left. Ida's siren song heard across the halls here in Pristina. And France are shell-shocked.
Now what's the play? What's the call?
You can have MAC-10s, 3 of them, no doubt.
It's got to be quick. But bearing in mind, by the way, that you've deliberately gone slow to get exactly that reaction out of Portugal, and you lost the fights. It's default. It's back to basics. It's back to what's been working so consistently for Team France. Remember, Astra got the opening kill in the last round, looking at Canals. This time she stares at mid.
They're both orcs in this position, but passive line from Zana doesn't want to give up that early fight she did previously. Astra's been a menace. They're left in unwinnable positions.
I was going to say they could walk into this trap here, but instead they set up and they posture over at B, and they've got these little deep crossfires invested here, Portugal.
Yeah, France trying to set up different plays. This might just be a straight B hit. 3 players are here. Oh, this is always a tricky spot where Ida is. Get cleared by players close.
Smoke B main. You got block utility, you got time.
There's so much utility, so much utility. Flames land in towards Nectar, and Ida spots out one, and here's that rundown I'm talking about. That's the difficulty of that spot. The drive-by comes through, Emerald takes 2, and almost Lara, she's forced back. 3 players sure, but it's not a comfortable setup. And now it's a very difficult retake. 3 on 5, Zana looks to take lead, and she'll find their first kill. Disengage off it. A smoke forward onto main. Double up in dark. Isolated fights potentially. Azana plucks another. Astra smoked off, and a quick scope comes through. But Julie removes that Tech 9, and it's onto Yun. The 1v1. Planted for main. A tap on the bomb. Astra jumps up and sees that she's not on it. You're just going to stick it. You're just going to go for the full defuse. Astra, does she read this? Oh! Crosshair on her, but no shot fired. Overtime is required.
Sick work. Sick work from these players. I mean, I cannot believe it. I'm actually just in complete disbelief that that's just happened. But shout out Zana, because Zana has just completely opened all the space. Look at the way that she plays that. Out tempo, on the close corner, bang, shot, and then she falls back in. Waits till the connector peak, doesn't happen. And she goes out, she deals with jail, and then get all this space for the CT players. All this space for Yun.
You believe that Zana's even going to hit that Tech 9 shot there.
Absolutely.
Like, she is just in the zone. After a quiet map too, right? After how strong she was in the opening 2 maps, she's been kind of tempered on this one, kept at bay. Astra's had her number. Astra nullified by that smoke, by the way. Like, she could not get involved. That's how you beat Team France. You just remove Astra from the equation. And in that 1v1, Yun, ice in her, 1v2, sorry, ice in her veins, gets the info on Astra's position, and just goes, I'm just going to stick it. I'm just going to stick it.
I think gets info from her team as well that it's Astra, so it's going to be an AWP,
Yeah.
so she's not going to run through that smoke.
Insane play. I can't believe it. Overtime finally. first 2 maps, they were teasing OT, teasing the comeback. We get it here from 12-7. The CT side is what gets it done, Brandon. It is an insane comeback from Portugal. Now all of the momentum's with them. This has been a lights out second half.
8-4. 8-4 CT halves, by the way. And I'm going, oh yeah, well, 6-6.
I told you, never count anyone out. And Portugal, they've got that flair.
This is 8-4 with a pistol as well. Like, they are doing everything in ridiculous steading. Here we go. First to 16. We're running it back CSGO style here in Pristina. One of these teams goes to the grand final. And we've had the majority of rounds be here on the defense. Is that going to be part of the course, or are we going to flip the script?
You feel like you want to, don't you? Zana's here. Is there going to be this push? A camp outside from Julie. She's often happy to sit behind those boxes. And they tried to set up before and it got unraveled by attention elsewhere, but there might be this chance for the fight. More players move over. K8A here. Flash, there it is. Zana just peeks back in. There's no swing behind it. Time the flames will disrupt Yun, but she'll disrupt the smoke, so...
Oh, this is nice. This is really nice, though, because what you're doing here is you're trying to get Astra on this line, but Ida, it's a perfect flash. Astra still creeps forward. Ida's got util out, and that might be the bane of her existence. But no, gets around the corner in time. Unfortunately enough for Ida.
Oh.
She gets wall-banged. So she's still alive, but she's trapped on this left-hand side. You know if you're Team France that she's trapped, she can go B.
Yeah, she's going to play in towards Pillar. It's a tough position, and the flames, even behind her, she's going to creep forward. Oh, the timing. She might just walk on Rachel here. Oh, no, Rachel will turn back. There was a real chance for Ida to get a freebie. And now these defenders need a hold. Zana is on the way. Lara and Caddy Jones, they're holding for the dark play.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. And now that third player arrives. But where's the commitment? Portugal is starting to wonder. Why isn't the bomb here yet? Is this a fake out? Zana gets cold feet, and now the hit comes through, but Caddy Jones gets that first kill, and now the scale through. Caddy Jones has found another, but they've removed her. Lara's break on the smoke allows the kill back into the 2-on-2. You know Astra had that AWP. She teased the idea of jumping through, decides against it.
But where's Yun? Where's Yun in all of this, by the way? Because every single time Portugal have had a flank, whether it be canals, whether it in towards B main.
All right, no smoke, though. That's going to be a problem. No incendiary either, so nothing to really deny Astra's position. Julie behind the pillar. A cheeky little angle, not cleared. Will swing and will find the damage. Yun gets hers. Can she pull off another clutch? No, not this time. It's Astra that fires that shot, and France that draw first blood in overtime.
That's so nervous. That's so nervous from Portugal, because Yun is at heaven on A. She does not need to tell her team to move away. Catty Jones, Lara, and Zana were in such a good position, and the minute they move away, the minute Lara goes back towards middle, Zana starts recoiling back in towards CT spawn. That's the moment that France go in. And I tell you what, how different that round could have been, because Catty Jones got 2 kills from backside.
I know. If Zana had just held down, she could have been holding towards main, for instance, and would have had the perfect line. The AWP wasn't coming from that position. And I'm surprised they do budge, because Ida gets info on 2 players outside of B main, right? Because the flash comes over at the same time she peeks. And then there's also the fact you had Astra so close in towards dark, who just legged you.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised. It's maybe a little bit of nerves showing.
Well, it's also that, but actually thinking about it more, France have never actually been very committal in towards a bomb site. They have been trying to fake it. Most of their mid rounds have come back through middle. The only bit of map control they didn't have was middle. So I could see Lara being worried a little bit about that. Yun was looking at camera, looking at main. Lara was also looking towards connector and then look back at temple. Like, I get it now, but it's weird when you're watching it from a bird's eye view.
If you're on the CT side and it's like that 15-second mark, you're like, okay, we can win this. We just need to not give up that opportunity. That's a nice little angle from Emerald to get that info on the peak. So they know that a player peeked out, and I wonder if she knows it's the AWP as well. And from the fine line that was taken, it might have suggested that.
This is good from France, because look, you've just used 2 flashbangs to get rid of the smoke on the A defender. Here we go, classic mid-response here from Portugal. But France, again, if they go A right now, this timing is insanely good. It's so good. And again, Zana's got no idea where to go.
Now the util comes through, and sure, you can have one defender here, but the others are so far away. Surely this feels like it has to be a retake. Ewan fires off the shots, lets them know. Lara thought about bursting through. Yun's still got heaven control, so that's still powerful, but they're trying to flush her out with the util, kind of negate that position as much as possible. They didn't have to use much util until this point.
Exactly, they used 2 flashbangs to get A main to start with. So now Yun is just going to be a nuisance. Pop flash through the smoke, but look, there's 3 players affected in heaven. Emerald dodges it, and Portugal goes straight into the meat grinder. There are a couple of kills back and forth, but ultimately, it is all coming up top for the French. And for Zana, she needs to hold on to this AWP. Emerald will just delete her.
Yeah, brilliant round from Emerald.
Oh, you wanted 2. How about 2 on the T side?
Yeah, it's a complete reversal of how things were going. And of course, for France, after they couldn't get a T round in 5, well, 6 actually, sorry, they get 2 in a row. Always the way it goes. That one, yeah, it just comes off Portugal. They have been very nervous on the CT side. A lot of over rotations, a lot of feeling that it's going to be something different to what it is. If they just hold their gun, stick to their ground in a lot of these moments. They have rotated the players over. Ooh. Peek out from window. God, Astra gets that kill. Go away, Rafsian Bank. Please.
Please disappear.
It's not GG yet. It is an opening pick.
All right, it's just going to be here the whole time. That's fine.
All right.
Zana moves over towards A main. This feels like a good move here. Yun gets close. And now with 1 minute left on the clock, is Yun going to push? No. She falls all the way back. Smoke goes in towards B. This is going to be the commitment. They are going to end on this B bomb site.
2 players here. And now the rest rotate. They're going to gamble it, and it's going to be the right call. And with all that utility coming through, it most definitely confirms. This is going to be it. Ida gets hers. This push through, though, from Julie will remove her, and Rachel's just deleted Yun. Lara, last one standing. And now the Orps on the line actually manages to jiggle that shot off and fire off a few more off her own. Wanting to isolate a fight while the bomb is busy, but won't be the case. It is a flawless T-Hub from France. Where was that during regulation?
True, where was that? But I mean, they'll take that all day long. The fact that they've been able to adjust, the fact that Portugal, they held their nerves so much in regulation, and it feels like all the emotions are maybe just boiled all over the top for them. And suddenly it's starting to get a little bit nervy. They're not trusting the decisions that they're making. They're not trusting themselves at times. And now they've got to, again, do it on hard mode. And sure, you did that in the first half. You did that in the second half. Can you now do it in overtime where you feel like you've exerted all your energy at this point?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I feel like a lot of everything went into getting into OT.
Exactly.
It's that classic thing where you've got to OT, you've done the hard work, and then that little bit of relief comes in, a little bit of complacency, and then France, they never slow down. They've had the pressure on them the whole time. They break through. They feel suddenly confident that they can do everything and it all works. So Portugal, they need to get 3 T rounds if they want to stay alive and force a second overtime.
Which normally feels okay, but it doesn't when you can't make a mistake and you got 4 rounds in 1 half on your T side. Needs to be triple the effort here for Portugal, who have fought valiantly up towards this point, but this could be the final stand. It all might just end at A.
Yeah, looking to be direct. This is a bold call considering the circumstances. They want to take this fight onto Emerald, who will drop her utility. Portugal don't need to commit off this. They're just putting a lot of pressure on early, and it's drawn 3 players to this site.
It's interesting because they did do that quite a lot in reg. They were always looking to get in towards A main to get Emerald to drop her smoke, and then what that does is that commits. You feel like that commits another player here in towards A main. Again, Portugal second guessing. They go all the way back in towards Connector, and Zana gets withdrawn back in towards the A bomb site, and then Emerald is just spamming Lara out.
Yeah, I'm surprised they decide to come back to A main so early. I feel like you just park Caddy Jones and look for info elsewhere. The whole
point of doing this is to keep the second player on A, so you can go and explore elsewhere and take map control. Ida's now doing that by herself. It's a lurk effort.
Yeah, she's gonna walk into the AWP though. I feel. Oh, no, sorry, Astra's in middle, and the AWP is actually Zana's that finds that kill. But there's Astra. It's on the Caddy Jones. She'll disengage, so it's a player advantage for France. But the bomb's being planted, and they're actually pretty far removed. Coming through CT now, and space for Portugal's not good. No util. Just a couple of HEs. They're going to try and get up close. Headbutt on the flash and it's so messy. And that's not what they needed. It puts all the pressure now onto Zana, onto Ida, the two most experienced players, and they're finding kills. Zana into the one-on-one, misses the chance, but she still has one more opportunity. Disengage, a reposition, big chase down, and Rachel just flies around the corner. The defuse will come through. And with that, France lock their position into the grand finals.
Yeah, fair play to Team France, but you've got to give a lot of credit there to Portugal because they were down so many rounds, both in Mirage and the map that they lost, both in Anubis, the map that they lost. But the fact that they forced overtime again, it feels really good. You have to do it the hard way on the CT side. Ida's had some insane rounds. Lara, Yun, Catty Jones, and of course Zana, but it's the whole team stepping up. And it's just such a shame they can't get it over the line because you're willing them to almost.
Yeah, they really pulled off this heroic comeback. It looked like it was going to happen. They've done everything they needed to, the hard work to get to OT. So credit due to Portugal for getting it to that point, to pushing France, the best team at this competition, a team that is a regular team outside of this during the ESL Impact circuit, came together at the last World Championships, stuck together, and comes into this event with expectations to make the grand final. They get there, but it was not the easy part they expected. And Portugal, for a team that has made changes since last season, they're missing their star rifler in D7. They still managed to push them the distance, almost remove them from the competition. Massive credit to Portugal, and especially to some of the less experienced players. Lara and Yord, in that last map in particular, are the reason it went to OT.
Absolutely.
So credit where credit's due. Brilliant run from Portugal, but sadly it does end here.
Yeah, look, they're not eliminated, so to say, because they got the third place decider, right? So they've still got the chance to get third, which would, if they get third, that would be a better improvement of where they ended in Riyadh. So there's still scope potentially for improvement for this team, but I really hope that gives them confidence, not just for the national team projects beyond, but also for international, for ESL Impact, because Saw Mist now looks like a really exciting team. We were already excited before, but seeing these performances, it gets me really excited for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So Portugal will play in the third place decider tomorrow, and for France, obviously, it's the grand final tomorrow.
Yes.
We have to decide who's going to be joining both these teams, though. We have one more semi-final coming up. This one, though, it's going to be on the main stage, so we're going to be moving from our little dark dank corner over here. We'll have the whole setup with them on the stage. That's going to be Sweden versus Team Netherlands. I am really excited to see these two teams. We've had Sweden a couple times already on the stream, but Netherlands, not had a chance to see them yet. We know they were the reigning champions of 2023. Can they find themselves a championship here in the European Esports Championships? We will find out. A little break, and then when we come back, Sweden versus Netherlands. Don't go too far.
Andra, Sydflak, Zemra zjar. Në Kosovë, aty ku andrat nisën ekranet vogla. Ne u rritëm, por loja në mbetin zemër. Munësh me urzu. Munësh me u thy fituesit. Ata nuk din me u dorzu. Ata kapin majat, se synimi është veç nalt. Heronjt I takuem, e heronjt u banëm vet. Në Kosovë, aty ku toka merr frym e andrat marrin hov. Hajde ta djegim arenën. Tash është koha me shkrujt emnin tan.
Fatoni edhe bashkë me Krejqës Ninevet e din që s'ka me internet e pakot telkosit.
Telkos, dashnin lidhje të parë.